We must go execute.
We are streaming. Alright. Last time we played, we are descending. Aren't we?
Descended, I'd say.
Yes. We are deep underground. Let's see here. If I can move you. There we go. Wonderful. So, you made Horace angry because you broke into the crypt again, and then you broke into the prison, and then you freed an Inquisitor agent who had been captured, and you freed Juno, who you've heard about, but you haven't talked to him yet that much. Juno joined you, as did the Inquisitorial agent, and you're on your way to the Necron core reactor that you learned about from the Abominable Intelligence. The Abominable Intelligence knew about the Council, and they knew about Thort. Apparently, they thought that the Council's plan wouldn't work. You don't know what the Council's plan is, but that Abominable Intelligence was put there as a contingent plan. But they think they can change the plan. As you make your way to the Necron core reactor, you had to do some spelunking. Some of you are injured, limping along. And as you approach, you will see the massive reactor in front of you.
Damn, that's one big mean power supply.
And as you stand there in front of it, on the bridge, Ulrich, you can describe your character.
Yeah, right now, one-legged, a heavy-plated face filled with runic tattoos that signifies his sanctified status. Psyker with glowing eyes and pretty much everything you would expect from a Psyker.
Gazilla.
Castillo, the bog standard, most pristine arbiter that you have ever seen. The judge and the executioner. Standing upright, waiting.
Ugh.
Og stands there. He shifts slightly, small bullet casings falling out of the dents in his armor, blasted with scorch marks and slightly smoking from being recently electrocuted. Shifts uncomfortably as he looks at the horrifying alien thing in front of him, which he has no hope of understanding, and is afraid that the metal men are gonna get him.
Noah.
Standing beside him is Nova. She's been fairly lucky so far of not being hit by anything, thanks to her skilled dexterity, but she looks like an unassuming assassin. Somewhat pretty, and I believe she's in I forget the vigilance that uniform.
Wonderful. Nicholas?
Wearing carapace armor, with the pitching of allegiance to the vigil, as well as iconography that belongs upon an ecclesiastical asset. The aquila shining bright upon his breastplate, and his visor, although opaque, clearly sees the visible eerie sight before him. With every step forward, dust blows from the rusted ground as if it is trying to send a message, mayhaps from the Emperor, that this is not hallowed ground, and evil spirits lay about, holding his 60 kilogram flamer upon his back, and thrower on one of his arms. He mutters prayers as the beads he's wearing begin to lose their vestiges of much, replaced with shine, as the stress of both his character and his armored glove polish them. Hopefully, their souls will also be polished by whatever enemies they shall fell in this night.
Amazing. You get an inspiration point. Tabby. Morgan.
Morgan, what do you call it? Her position to the rest of the group is slightly forward. She's leaning down, taking notes of the script that are cascading down the side of the walls, making notes, making sure that the raven that currently is sitting on her shoulder is taking pictures of everything. Her demeanor is, well, I suppose you could say slightly giddy with excitement and curiosity. Herself is, well, she's not exactly a small woman, but very, well, quite slight in build. She's wearing a cloak which is covering most of her face over carapace armor. You can actually see whenever she's moving that there is a bandage attached to her side which is now slightly soiled. And, well, anywhere but the field probably would have been changed by now. On her right hip, you can actually see that there is the unmistakable holster, basically of a bolt pistol. And in the low-level lighting, you can actually see that it is literally box fresh, never been used. Apart from that, she is basically just running her hands down the wall, occasionally murmuring to herself, turning to actually make sure that there's good lighting for the actual pics, and basically talking to the raven as though it was actually a real person. And that's her.
Incredible. You get an inspiration point. Yeah, you're standing near a bridge. The vault entrance is layered with hexagrammatic wards, inquisitorial seals, and mechanicus reliquaries. You'll see 3 destroyed servitor husks slumped near the entry panel. There is some spark of electricity, and in the distance you will see several large power sources. The panel has been broken open, and there is a seal that says the Emperor will strike down anyone who attempts to enter this chamber. Redact the asset locked and contained. That's information you obtained from the cogitator. As with the accessible cogitator that you have gained access to, The note that you found from a Caius is that the Inquisition maintains centennial supervision. It is a classified memory structure.
Why are we going to mess with the Xenos artifacts right now?
Because, Og, we're Ordo Xenos. That's our job.
We at least could get
Oh.
Take Priest to come revisit. You know, no, does
I'll leave-
tech isn't exactly our specialty amongst all of us.
I'll leave all the brainy shit to you lot, but it seems I don't like this place.
Me neither, Og. Well,
I know what you-
not much of a choice here.
There's
Well,
no place to like those that are heretical.
as Holdenge's beads and the shingle of him just motioning the beads back and forth, he says, I know what you're saying, Odd. This is an evil place, yet we shall be the ones to bring light towards this darkness. Stay strong.
I just want an objective, sir.
Our objective is to go in there, find anything useful, and if it's... Our objective is to go in there. Let's go in and have a look. See what we can find.
But-
It's not like we can go
but-
back.
That's true. The door says the Emperor's going to strike us down, though.
We are the Inquisition. We are the Emperor's hands.
And besides, we have one of the Ordo members that put the seal on. I'm sure she would quite happily remove it temporarily for us.
And also, don't worry, Odd. I've talked with the Emperor many a times. I'm certain that he won't mind us. And if not, I'll ask for his forgiveness.
Okay. I just don't want to get electrocuted again, sir.
That would be bad, Odd.
So, shall we? And with that, what do you call it? She's gonna kick off and start walking towards the door.
I'll go follow Morgan at a pace away to avoid the bird.
Yeah, and like Alred doesn't really have much of a choice since he's being carried by Og at this point.
Let's go.
You have a leg off, sir. You can't walk.
Oh no, I need you to carry me, Og.
Yes, be a good boy. And carry him.
Of course.
Amazing. Okay. You begin walking over the bridge. The vast sunken bridge of adamantium spans across a trench. It is carved into a mountain bedrock. As you step on it, you will hear these hinges sort of squeak. It shifts slightly, but seems steady. You step on it and you hear the echoes of your footsteps. No handrails, just this very simple metal fence. Sheer edges and total silence aside from your footsteps. As you walk across, if you look down, you will see this endless pit. You will see glimpses of rusted machinery entombed on the walls of stone. The air changes as you step forward. It is slightly warm, some heat coming from underground. It smells of something old, rusted machinery. The bridge hums slightly under your boots as you approach the door. Ahead of you, you will see a wide door ancient script has been chiseled and overwritten. You will see some non-human glyphs, scorched in some places. Any of you can try a Forbidden Lore Xenos test. -10.
Which Xenos?
Just Xenos.
Success with 2.
So, if you have many specific ones, just take an average of them.
Ah.
Morgan, you look at the glyph. Some of the symbols are Necron in origin. Someone has tried to burn them away, as well as chip them away. As you walk closer, you will hear your Vox units crackle for a moment. The vault door will begin to hum. There's some machinery inside. A very advanced cogitator panel on the right-hand side of the door lights up.
Blinking.
Morgan will go over and have a look at the cogitator panel.
Do a tech use test.
Be careful. The machine spirit's been electrocuting people recently.
Success with 3.
You manage to use the panel, and it will query you a series of questions regarding the operation. And you can do a Forbidden Lore Inquisition test at -20.
I don't have that, so I'm going to signal to the other psyker if she's conscious to come over.
What? What do you want me to do?
No, the other Inquisitional psyker.
Oh.
You want me to bring her over to you?
Is she conscious, Og?
I don't think so. I'll look down in his arms. Are you awake?
She will be groggy, just mumbling a few words here and there.
Plus some coke.
I think
He is
she's-
feeling
and
the
that
after
would
effects
be
of
probably
stimulant.
enough. Sorry.
After effects of stimulants. Okay.
She doesn't look too healthy, ma'am.
Does anyone else here know more about the Inquisition than myself?
Neutral as well raised his hand, saying, "My clearance is low, but above average for Atrolite."
Well, I don't have clearance, so it beats mine.
Druid still use an assistance. If anyone is druid that ever put their ears down to the rumor mill upon the ship.
What's a rumor mill?
It's best you don't worry about that thought. People tend to disappear if they listen too much. Right, I'll try my best.
I'll give you an assist. If I can.
I'll use a faith point for a +20.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
That I forgot to add a -30. That's a success with 6.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a flat. I forgot the.
Still extremely good.
Yeah.
The entries have a series of codes associated with them. You remember all of them, and you type them in one by one. These correspond with events that would only be known to senior agents of the Inquisition. You type them in one by one, corresponding with a brief description of a quite famous event. One of them is the discovery of a Xeno life form on a ship that you remember reading about. You type in the codes, and as you type in the last one, you will hear as the door begins to slide open. The chamber in front of you is an octagonal sanctum. It is lined with these seals and black iron pillars, traveling up to the ceiling like grasping fingers. The ceiling is entirely black. On the left-hand side, you will see massive sarcophagi, which you've seen before, in the crypt. You can also see these coiled stasis wires that seem to come to life. There is a faint light and a pale natural glow inside. The central column, in the middle of the room, there is this vein, thick, like the width of 2 people. It is a towering data shrine, and those of you familiar with Archaeotech will recognize its archaic black steel exterior. This is a data shrine that must have been a massive operation to build. It flickers to life as you enter, and you hear this deep humming noise. It will project a soft yellow glow on the ground. You will see a disrupted text sort of shimmering in the air, as if a holographic projection. Welcome, Ordo Redacta Secondary Agent. Partial clearing granted. The far left corner, you will see a destroyed servitor leaned up against the wall. The face has been twisted, and the skeletal remains of it looks like the jaw was ripped off. Circuitry melted partially on its head. You, Morrigan, and anyone with psychic ability will feel a residue of unease, some warp presence.
I don't like this. And he looks
I
up.
would strongly suggest everyone stay within distance of me so I can protect your frail bodies.
You go first, big guy.
That Sartor doesn't seem to have been killed by natural causes, you know.
Nothing down here is going to be killed by natural causes. Everything's so fucked up.
But even more unnatural than unnatural is what I mean.
Like the skulls.
Well,
Kinda.
let's
Sorry.
say we have partial clearance. So that would suggest that we need to obtain full clearance. So that would suggest that this room is booby-trapped somehow.
Either that or it's just the foyer of a house filled with horrors. As Nicholas, from one of the inside pockets of his throat, pulls out a bottle of wine and starts drinking it. Might as well get a little tight. Might not be there for the hangover as he passes it to the arbitrator.
Is this legal?
The door,
I do not understand where you acquired this.
as you say that, the door to the vault groans shut behind you. The vacuum is activated, and the sound dies. You're standing in relative silence, and you can feel a power source from below, sort of powering up the central column. There is a green light that washes, very, very light green, light, very, very dim, that sort of washes over the room.
The Emperor's not here with us now. He's gone.
Anyone got any famous last words? Now would be your time to answer and speak them.
Say that the Emperor is not with us is to state that his rule of law is not within our bodies. However, I am here, so the Emperor is always with us. I will uphold the law.
At least we're together in this.
I would suggest that we seek full clearance as swiftly as possible.
Indeed, but we aren't gonna do anything in pitch black darkness, as I pull from one of the pockets a glow globe. For us
I got you, sir. Augie's
good.
gonna turn on all of his flashlights.
Look at that, Art. You're a glow globe yourself.
Alright, we can see now, right? I'll go look around. There's nothing immediately dangerous, is there?
As you look around, the central column in the middle is a black iron memory column. Around its base, as you point your many glow globes at it, the thick wires will cast stark shadows. Conduits stretch up like veins, grasping the central column. You look around and you look at the veins in the ceiling. They also look like these grasping hands that stick up and stick into the ceiling. Many disappear into the sarcophagi lining the wall. Each pod is quite tall, wrapped in layered stasis coil. You look around with your glow globe and see that some are still flickering with blue arcs of light. The column in the middle pulses, and you will see a rust-covered cogitator terminal flickering awake slowly as the screen comes to life. The same holographic projection is displayed on the screen slowly. Welcome, Ordo Redacta Secondary Agent. Memory Core S5 available. Partial access granted, based on proximity clearance. Yellow text on black background. The screen is a little burnt, as if the colors have faded.
I'm assuming we have to go towards it.
Best you approach it first.
What about the booby traps?
Morgan is going to send Maurice in to scan the floor. And he's going to use his sort of auspex type thing. And she's going to succeed with 6 degrees. see if there's any hot spots or any pressure gauges or anything that she steps on that might go boom.
You look around the room. You don't seem to find anything. In fact, do a security test, minus 50.
Failure with 6.
Failure with 6?
Yeah.
I don't have security.
Yeah, you will walk around the room and just feel your way about. Nothing seems out of place. You scan various places. The cogitator lights up, and you can see this pulsing light and a voice that says, Quarantine seal degraded.
What does that word mean?
Degraded, quarantine, or seal? Which do you refer to?
All of them.
Degraded means less than good. Seal is, well... Huh.
Kind of a look.
Like the animal? Like the animal?
You know what a seal is, but you don't know what a seal is.
A seal is something you put on big nasty stuff from the same place that the skulls came from.
Oh. So it's not an animal. They don't have an animal trapped in here?
Morgan will just be looking at this interaction with one raised eyebrow.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to figure out what's happening.
Long story short, dog, whatever it's here, it's not gonna stay here for long. And I don't know if our meddling either helps or worsens the situation.
Okay, so if our meddling's not helping, shouldn't we leave through the caves?
As I said, I don't know if it's our meddling that's worsening the situation. Who knows? Maybe we're doing the Emperor's job.
You will all notice that every metallic object you hold vibrates for about half a second.
That's not good.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Just tried to take me hammer away from me. I
Ulrich,
won't let you go! August's gonna shout out.
yeah, Ulrich closes his eye and try to sense if there's some form of demonic presence in this area.
No, you don't sense any.
Okay.
And while he was sensing it, Morgan will just raise her voice to the point where her little vox thing round her throat will actually crackle, and it will be, "Gentlemen, please, I'm thinking." Right.
August's gonna go saddle
Obviously-
up to the servitor that's dead in the room. Sorry.
Right. Obviously, we need to interact with this thing. Does anyone see a pad or an interface or voice control or?
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be as simple as saying out loud, machine spirit, what is the current integrity of the facility?
Do you try to interact with the machine?
Yeah, I say that at the machine in mock gesture when talking to Morgan.
And Morgan will have just held her breath for a couple of seconds, seeing if there was any response.
There seems to be some kind of interface on the machine that you have to activate. There's a glowing screen. It's pulsing.
Ah. Well, I did something.
Og is gonna go walk over to the horribly burnt, destroyed servitor.
You can do a security test -10 or a logic test at -10.
Scrutiny.
Do you try to interact with it?
Yep, I'll try to interact with it.
Okay.
Poke it with my hammer.
Honestly, better than expected.
That's really close. Failure with 1 degree of failure. Or, sorry.
Right. You take 3
Svärsta hade skickats eller 35.
I get electric.
3 energy damage, ignoring armor.
Oh,
From the servitor?
what the hell?
Damn.
Or try not touching the cursed machinery.
Why is everything electrocuting me today?
I don't know. Ask the tech priest about why the motive force has it out for you.
Well, you are just covered in metal. Tends to
That's
attract electricity.
Sam, following that sudden shock, has a realization. He looks downward and realizes that the electromotive force was facing downward. It was tugging every metallic bit on his body toward the ground, toward the center of the structure, rather than in any other direction. There's a current, he says. There's a change in current
Like a
that
river?
was leading us in that direction. Something like a river, yes. That's very astute. And he's going to make he says, I think that something has changed. Something about us being here has changed the current that was flowing through this structure in the first place, that has caused the machine spirit to alter itself, to change the amount of power that it's drawing in current. And I'm wondering if, and he mumbles to himself, he's gonna think back to, he's gonna run down his data slate, break it open from his pack, and start fumbling through some of the collected information, see if there's anything that might indicate that any kind of defense system or further follow-up from here.
Do you try to interact with the machine?
Ultimately, yes.
Senior Acolyte Spade, I could get you to the Cogitator, but I don't know any Tetlor. Can you take it over from there?
Most certainly. That is what I'm in. And he kind of trails off, not looking you in the eyes. Kind of just focused down on his task at the moment.
Alright. Arbiter, I presume all of you remember how to deal with possible minefields. I know that the Adeptus Arbites have some Imperial Guard doctrines within it. Let's...
Full minefields or physical?
Physical ones. I'm
Yes.
certain the precinct has some thieving countermeasures. So, okay. Line. Make sure to step where the previous person has stepped. Okay. And Nicholas will take the first step towards the agitator.
Stelio is going to put to work his vast experience with homemade IEDs.
Why is it vast?
Arbiter, I have to walk into a lot of buildings that have explosives strapped to the building.
Og is gonna use his standard Imperial Guard training or for Ogrins at least, for mind clearance. Protect the officer that's the most important person. So he's gonna go stand next to Morgan.
Is he like still carrying Ulrich at this point, or?
Yep. Until you tell Og to put you down, you will be in Og's hands.
But that's fine. So, out of the frying pan and into the fire, eh, Matt?
Judging by standard mind-laying capabilities, fire is highly likely.
I don't see any mines.
That's the point of a
That
marsh.
is the point.
Oh. But didn't this vault get sealed off when we were first entering? Didn't it say it was going to explode if we didn't do something? Why would they have more explosions inside the safe place?
Don't worry, RG could also just collapse on us without any explosion.
Because they didn't want people getting in here. So they made sure if anyone does get in here, they die.
Alright, I'll leave it to your expertise, ma'am.
Here's hoping that it's actually a minefield. He said, Nicholas says under his breath.
I know this is not the time to ask, but I'm getting kind of hungry. I haven't eaten anything today.
Of rations.
Do you have rations?
I have 1 hour rations upon me.
Do you have Ogrin-sized rations? That's the question.
That is why I brought 12, to supplement with quantity rather than quality.
Not good enough for
Have
me.
4.
The Minotaur must love you, arbitrator. So we take steps towards the cogitator as its light flickers. Is there anything bad happening?
Are you trying to interact with the machine?
Yeah, we're trying to interact.
Do a take use tests -10.
There you go, Sam. Do your thing. As Nicholas falls as first after navigating up to the machine.
He's
Don't
going to
trigger
run
the
through
metal
again.
nets, sir.
He's going to take it again, his sweet time, making sure that he dots the I's and crosses the T's, seeing if there's anything that might give us further information on this. He again breaks out the combat tool and plays with it, trying to cross some wires, manipulate the port so that it interfaces just right, and with that, success with 5.
Excellent. You will see a few entries. The latest update has been hard-coded, and you will see basically an entry for a holographic projection. It is like a cog you can turn as if a mouse wheel, and you can select different options. And there only seems to be one entry, and it is a holographic projection. They seem to have melded into one entry.
I'm going to check the last update for the hard coding.
Yes. It seems to be a long time ago. So it is before any of you lived, at least. Just based on the code. No specific date.
most curious. And with that, he's going to manipulate the data slate and interfacing with this and select the holographic projection.
You will immediately see an Inquisitor sitting on the chair that would be where you're standing right now, and a holographic depiction of him. Redacta Asset 827. Containment breach occurred during seal attempt. Subject unrecoverable. Structure reclassified. Saint. Maintain narrative control. Basilica core reconstructed to stabilize containment. Subject remains under indirect observation. The projection slowly shifts and it seems a little glitchy. You can do a Forbidden Lore Inquisition test -10. Or Bureaucracy.
I can assist you with both.
You're a few more words. They're just not complete sentences, but it seems to skip as if a ruined VHS recording.
Oh, I might have something specifically for that. Is there something that I can do to clear up the corruption to see if I can untangle what exactly it is that's causing this?
You can try to open the cogitator.
I will. I'll
there are several
pop
panels.
it open.
There are several panels. You will unscrew them and open them up. Inside you will see thick wires stretching from below, mostly black. There's some intertwined mesh wire around them. You will look inside. You see some data strips as well as these thick wires. You can do an Archaeotech test at -30.
Uh, 5 degrees on Archaeotech and 7 on Inquisition.
You immediately, very carefully, choose the right memory strips and detach them, knowing that it won't harm the machine. You look at them, wipe them, put them back in, you boot the computer back on, and immediately a voice begins speaking. You're asking if I buried him. I didn't. I buried something that resisted interrogation. Something else. He seems to be speaking with someone. He says, asset remains cognitively active. We observed naming behavior. The recording continues as he walks about the room. You see that this is apparently from, it seems like it's from the beginning, and it's playing forward, playing back, recording of the room. Do a scrutiny test.
Success with 4.
Okay. It implies that Caius is speaking with someone. There also seems to be evidence here that the myth of Valerius is based on a real event that happened with Caius, and that they made up a myth for the Basilica. the naming behavior seems to be referencing the subject, and that the subject is naming them. You can do a tech use test again. The cogitator is now fully interactable. You will see many submenus and a very complex interface.
So, what does all this mumbo jumbo mean?
I have no idea.
I'll give you an inspiration, Sam, if you're lacking.
I am lacking, unfortunately. Okay, thank you.
Also, plus 10 on that.
Nope.
Yeah, I can assist you.
How do you think that you need to assist in this case?
Plus 10 from me and plus 10 from Origin. I noticed that you're a bit too eager and possibly be overlooking stuff, and Nicholas will put a hand on your shoulder and say, "Easy, Sam. Be vigilant. Don't go over either. Know that an open mind can be faulty."
Sam looks back at the hand and then at your face. You're right. Sometimes when I'm caught in the thrill of the hunt and then he starts working away at it, I can get excitable. And with a few more minutes work, success with one additional degree, Sam eventually puts bits and pieces back together.
Are you succeeded?
Yeah, successful one.
Wonderful. You will see a massive pulse of green-black light begin to emit from the sarcophagi on the left-hand side of the room. The holographic depiction pops up again, and you can see Valerius reel back. His feet don't really move, but he just grabs his chair, opens his mouth, and then you can see his shadow begin to move behind him. It happens in frames, very slowly. The recording flickers. You will see a shadow next to him. And you can do a Forbidden Lore Xenos test.
Og, seeing that the shadows might be evil and try to kill us, is gonna throw around a bunch of his lights so that there are no shadows anywhere. Or at least he's gonna try.
Morgan, after what he called, he's standing beside Sam and was initially trying to help with the tech use, and then got distracted by what looks like a little bit of pus starting to form on his neck from where he was burnt. Is basically pulled back to the actual screen whenever this shadow suddenly appears. I got a success with one additional.
Nicholas will feel a bounce of his visor from the stab light that was thrown at him through the hologram at him, and says, "Og, don't, stay calm.
I'm calm. I'm just making sure the shadows can't kill me.
Well, maintain vigilance and do not lose our only source of light.
I've more light, sir.
Exactly. Who knows if you need all of them? So best keep all of them.
Do have to note, I have a 12-pack of 1-hour hollow light sticks.
Shame we don't have a natural fire anywhere, because then I could just use my psychic abilities to have it with us all the time.
No offense, sir, but psychic is bad.
Sometimes you have to do bad things with what you got to get some results.
The holographic protection will disappear. You will see a log on the screen. The 3 pods malfunctioned during testing. Attempted to wipe memory lattice. Mechanicus resisted deletion. They claimed the mines were structurally useful. We built a basilica. The neural uplink is nearly complete. The priests think it's sacred. It is insulation. You can do a logic test of -20. Or take use -20.
So sorry, was Morgan able to discern what the Xenos was with success of 1?
It is a shape. You do not know what the shape was. It's a shadow.
Cool.
Oh, that's a nasty roll, Sam.
Damn.
That's a
Line on them.
That's what we fucking need right now.
almost
So,
rolled a nasty.
So
with your
before,
access, with your access to the core, you keep adjusting it. You interact with the machine, and you recover the full playbacks. You will see a fragmented first-person view. Valerius stepping into the vault. You hear deep breathing. It seems to be him walking in. You catch a glimpse of Caius's face in the reflection of a window. The stasis glass displays his face. Then you hear a voice going, "He sees you." You come upon some layered security thresholds, and you can do a security test at -50.
Imagine us is with that. I don't know much about that juice, but I do know how to avoid the scrutinizing eyes of those that wish to pursue you.
Og is going to peer over Sam's shoulder to see if there's any horrible buttons that he's about to press or flashing lights that he should notice. If you fuck up, you have an inspiration to use.
Nice.
This is a tough one.
Use that
Yeah.
inspiration.
15% is our target, or 15 is our target. That's kind of a rough one.
Also, it's minus 40.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Be rolling now. Yeah, hard target. 45. Failure with -2.
You see some names flashing for a brief second. Do you have some kind of recording device running?
Pick recorder.
Okay.
The bird.
And Moradin has the bird there.
Oh yeah, true. You will just see the names Palimbrace, Thort, and Vale. Those 3 names. As well as an entry regarding reinforcement teams and a secondary insurance. There is also mention of Eldari psychometry. you will see one of the pods behind you begin to light up.
Like it's not in the hologram or whatever?
It is not in the hologram. It is in the room and everybody can see it. One of the sarcophagi next to you will have a little light that begins beaming under it. There seems to be a message on the screen on the right-hand side, again mentioning a data breach. Possible threat.
Og is gonna gently push everybody behind him as he's gonna face the glowing sarcophagus, hammer out, shield out, ready to fuck it up. Which means I do
wait. Wait, and Sam puts up a hand against your elbow, and he's going to try to input an override that indicates that there are friendlies, allies in the area, and that there is no need to awaken.
Say again?
Going to input an override to what is currently going on in the sarcophagi there, and going to try to make it so that they know that there are only allies in the area and that there is no need to wake.
Right. You begin, and how do you input this? How do you interact?
Data Slate's going to interface with. Is there an interface on the sarcophagi? If not, then going to go back to the cogitator and try to work it in that way.
Okay. The memory column cuts off mid-log. You will hear a rising hum from the walls. It is extremely deep, like a bass sound. One of the sarcophagi flares with this bright blue light. The memory column will display a text. Neural anchors compromised. Across the ceiling, you will see lights, and as you look around the room, old Mechanicus Vox pylons activate. You will hear Banaric chatter. They're distorted.
Sam inputs noise cleaning algorithm from his data slate, tries to clear up the noise and see what is going on. Green lettering flashes across his eyes, and he tries to focus down on repeating patterns.
Augie's turning on his power armor.
Do a logic test -30.
And as Og has, when he was pushing everyone back, you would have heard a small, as he stepped on Morgan's little pestle, which he was brewing up a pullus for what he called Sam's neck, smashing it, and all the contents just dribbling across the floor.
Flat success on logic. 1 degree, actually.
Very nice. You will see that a security feature has been activated. This seems to be one of many levels. You've only reached a certain level of hacking through the security of this interface. And it seems to be some kind of kill switch. You will see some light again humming. If you attempt to circumvent it, you might lock down the vault completely. You're getting more and more familiar with the security measures, but you can try. And right now there is a security process that has been activated.
Sam takes a metal coin from his chest pocket and flips it. Call it heads or tails.
Deactivate
What?
it.
Tails never fails.
Deactivate it. We have to go on.
All right, we're doing it. And he continues onward, clacking away at the data slate, putting it up against the sarcophagus, and attempts to break into it once more.
Oh.
Yes, we're pretty much out of the loop here.
Okay, you can access Caius' terminal override junction. It is a take-use test of -60. You're doing
Who's
this
feeling lucky?
in a hurry. You will have to basically lean down into the open panel that you've made and then attempt to override it.
Augie's gonna go over to stand directly next to the glowing sarcophagus. If anything pops out of that, it's getting hammered.
With all of this information and this realization that things might come right down to the wire, Sam's going to use a flash of insight to reveal a clue as to how to break this cipher, how to override this security measure. Veins are going to pop on his temples as he grits down his teeth and really focuses in. His entire effort, his entire consciousness knows that this is what determines the ultimate success of this mission or the ultimate failure.
How to override it is through the -60 take-use test. Beyond that, that is not a clue.
Okay.
I could give you some sort of give you assistance to make it -50.
So you do not need to use that paper.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, assistance, so -40 so far. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, you can use my inspiration.
This is not the day. 1 degree of failure.
Got
So
it.
close.
Alright. You guys will see the room begin to flash with lights. The cogitator has been shut off. Sam, as you're leading into the middle column, you immediately notice that the light from the inside turns off. There is instead a deep blue light shimmering through the open panel into the interior. Anyone looking at the screen will see an override sequence flickering across the cogitator screen. A low frequency hymn builds up.
Him or hum, just to be clear.
It seems to be a low screeching sound. And then suddenly you will see one of the sarcophagi erupt open with a horrible noise. There are several hydraulic seals that burst open, coils recoiling, and something from inside begins to vibrate. The machine has now been shut off, and is impossible to reach.
Augie's gonna hit that thing with the hammer.
Is there still an interface? Because we still have pick recorders going.
There is not.
No. Okay.
Let me know when you see the screen.
Is something popping out of the sarcophagus?
Oh, this is a nice map.
Yes.
Oh, it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
A lot of green. Boy, I sure hope no disintegration ray is about to be fired at us.
So, what? Just for the map, would I be over there by the sarcophagus then? Because I said I was.
Go ahead and move your characters where you think you would be.
Go. I was over here by the glowing one. I'm just going to assume this one's the glowing one.
A Necron lynch guard charred from past experiments, but whole, rises. Its optics glow with a soul-perched emerald. You will hear the crackling of the Void Reaper. A deep bass can be heard, rumbling from its chest. The others begin to stir as well. The room has been sealed completely. The second pod lights up, and then the third. The vault seal has been activated. You will hear a voice saying, "Helios pattern memory lattice broken." A second sarcophagi blasts open. This one seems to happen faster. It's the same creature with a skull plated in gold. What looks like gold. It awakes, and all of you are now encountering your worst nightmare and need to do fear tests. That will be a fair minus 40.
Oh! I'm using a fate point on that one.
There was no point even me rolling because I automatically fail.
You could die from a heart attack, so you still need to roll.
No, I'm using a
Og is not even going to attempt to roll. He's going to use
wait,
smite.
I rolled a fucking 1.
You all need to roll. Regardless
only
of what
roll.
you want.
He rolled a nat 1!
I rolled a fucking nat 1. I'm still
Boy,
negative
oh
1.
boy, oh boy. Oh boy, you know what that means. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm
Sorry,
going to use-
I misspoke. Minus 30.
Oh, Miss Fine,
Third.
okay, that would be make it a success then.
Minus 30.
If I knew.
10 degrees of success.
I do have immunity to baneful presence.
Does not apply. Write it in the chat if you're not speaking in character or describing your character's actions.
Og, seeing this horrifying interpretation of all of the things he was afraid of and trying to warn the people who know about this shit about, realizes that they are fully fucked. But it does not matter because the Emperor protects. I'm going to use Smite the Unholy and use a fate point to succeed with 2 degrees of success.
And Morgan pulling on every fiber she actually has, just about manages to hold it together.
Ulrich has done some pretty crazy shit. So
Just describe what your character is doing or what we see.
Castillo looks at the disgusting filth that is the Xeno, and he says no.
Ulrich just glares at robots in us.
Sam's eyes go wide as this is one of his worst dreams come true. He's never seen a Necron before in his life, and hoped that he would never would.
Everybody roll for initiative. First combat, take as much time as you want. Second round, you get 15 seconds.
Okay, select my character token.
You can move your characters where you believe they would be. So you haven't had an opportunity to do that yet, so feel free to do that now. Where you think they would be in the room.
Shoot.
You have had time to react to this, plenty of time. Yeah, you seem to have done it well. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Nice. Alrighty. Sam?
Sam makes a break for it. Going to run all the way over here. Sorry, this is exceedingly slow. Try to get partial cover and then fire off a shot at this Necron right by Og.
Did you do the measuring tool?
4.6 meters.
Okay. And you have 50 agility?
I have... Oh, maybe I should move a little bit closer then. That's a good point. Sorry, this is exceedingly slow.
I'll move you one square closer.
Yeah, thank you.
That should be okay.
Okay, great. And then fire off a shot at the one nearest dog. He, in a smooth motion, slinks to the ground. At the same time, he draws his oversized, masterfully crafted rifle, recently cleaned actually, and lays into the scope and tries to zip off a quick shot as he slides into position.
Awesome. You get an inspiration point. The static flood from the sarcophagi seems to jam your Vox systems. If you try to speak into your microbeads, you will not hear anything. From a data niche on the far wall, you will see a coiled tendril of black cable. It begins to eject a glass orb that shatters on the ground, and a deep green vapor begins to spread through the room. This seems to be some kind of kill switch security insurance. The room has been sealed as well.
Okay, that looks like 22 pen 3 to the body, to the torso.
Got it. Inescapable?
Inescapable, yep. So negative 60 to evasion.
Got it.
Also nowhere to hide if that applies. I can't tell with the corner here.
Excellent. You shoot it, and the shot will hit its shoulder. You see it jolt back with a mechanical motion. It stands up above. Looks quite... As it will be injured. You seem to have hit it. Nicholas.
Nicholas, as he puts his hands to one of the temple's exhaust ports, as some blessed promethium drops upon his thumb and middle finger, he says, "We've been readying ourselves for this. Purge the unclean, the Xenos and the heretic," as he smears the holy promethium upon the arbitrator's shotgun. Any iconography of the Quilla or Inquisition begins to glow, and whatever depiction of eyes begin to shine bright with embers. As I roll command and give plus 45 to one of the rolls for each character, they choose which one, and blessing the weapon of the arbitrator. That's it.
Sick. The inspiration point, Morrigan.
Morrigan, what do you call it, taken by surprise as the sarcophagus start going pop, 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 will turn round and just see the Necron jumping out right in front of Nova. With this, she'll pull her psychic might together and fire off a molten beam at it. Can't dodge if it wants to.
Nice. It will dodge.
It will dodge, so it goes flying past its right arm and strikes what do you call it, the sarcophagus, that one there.
Wonderful description. You get an inspiration point. The sarcophagi gets hit on the top. You see a scorch mark just like burning across it. A line of fire that immediately gets put out.
And with that, she'll take your heels and run further back, knowing she's not a frontline combatant.
Castillo.
Judgment has come!
You have chosen.
Shotgun blessed by our chaplain, and absolutely rips it into the Necron in front of us. Not using the blessing right now. As the shot pellets and effectively crumples the head plate of the Necron in front of it, in turn causing it to slightly look askew and kind of, I guess you could say, snap its head backwards. Takes 10 points of impact damage on the head.
Nice. You will see the shotgun shells light up its chest plate. A display of glittering light as little particles fly up in the air. Next turn, describe these things. Go.
Morten, Necron needs to roll agility.
Nice. Failure.
The pellets embed themselves and this holy light begins to emanate from them. The Necron is on fire.
That happens if it deals damage.
I did not. Fuck.
You can double check, but I'm pretty sure. Double check it. This Necron in front of you, Nova, is quite terrifying. You will see it step out of his sarcophagi and turn to you.
Hello. Memory stream aligned. Recollection complete. Gaius.
It will immediately look at you and then look over your shoulder as if it's looking for something. It spots Castillo. Where are you standing? Is this you?
I'm standing there.
Yeah.
I'm standing there, beneath the actual cogitator.
Bron will run up to you as you are the closest to the chair, remembering where Caius sat. He will charge up to you. It is a horrifying sight. And it will try to...
I'll dodge it.
you will see a low oscillating hum from it. It emerges from behind Nova. It is about 2.5 meters tall, black gold armor. It looks more ornate than a typical warrior. The plating is scarred in certain places by fusion weapons, and you can see some restored green alloy. One arm ends in a double-bladed void scythe. The other is an integrated twin-barreled gauze. It is absolutely horrifying. Again, none of you failed the -30 willpower test? Is
No,
that right?
I scripted
Nope.
with a success.
Succeeded with 3.
You all succeeded the -30 willpower test?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Just, it was like a success with
That's
no
incredible.
degrees.
Og
feel like-
failed, but I
Right,
used a
you-
fate point to succeed. So
Okay.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
I used a fate point as well to get me through, so
By re-rolling?
no, by
Yeah.
using the
You can burn one, I believe. It on
Crusader
Yeah.
ability.
Crusader.
so-
Yeah,
ability.
Oh, Crusader.
I have passed
Yeah.
my roll with the wrong modifier since you said it was beside them. When I rerolled, I remember that I have resistance sphere, so that becomes -something.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Just making sure everybody rolled. The subject's optics will activate. It feels like a vacuum as soon as it approaches. It seems to stop right in front of you after moving unnaturally fast. You will see the Void Reaper appear from above its head, straight down. Do you want to dodge? You have a -40 to dodge. And it's going to hit your chest.
Who, me?
Castellan.
-40 to dodge.
Seems to have an inescapable attack.
Ah. So, I already rolled to dodge, and I hit a 40. I'm confused.
No, you click on dodge, then you, when it asks for a modifier, you
But -40.
put -40.
Dusty 1.
Two failures.
Also, make sure you don't have the GM light up in red on your character sheet.
Awesome. The creature will hit you in the chest. And you take 20 energy damage pen 7.
Take a 9 critical damage.
Critical -9.
Yep. I'm right now at critical damage 15.
Oh,
Did anyone hear him? I was a little low.
Critical damage -15.
There is no -15. What do you mean?
I know.
so it's -10.
Okay.
It's
The target is completely encased in fire, melting his skin and bursting his eyes like superheated eggs. He falls to the ground, lifeless, blackened and charred with horrid burns. The target, if the target is carrying any ammunition, roll a 1d10. It explodes. Each target within 1d5 meters suffers a single 5 explosive damage to a randomly determined hit location. If the target carried any grenades, these detonate on the character's corpse after 1 round.
Roll the 510.
I need to turn up your volume, Castillo, because I cannot hear you. There we go.
So I think that would be classed as 3 meters.
So, do you have any grenades?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Then it will be a fireworks of explosions across the room. Do you want to burn a fate point to stay alive?
Yes, please.
The rest of you, feel free to describe exactly what happens now, and voice, you can always do that. I would love more descriptions from you guys.
Castillo tensing an absolute affront to the law, injuring an Arbites in his line of duty, a tier 3 offense. And then, as this Necron just does a sort of, I guess you could say, instant flick, Castillo just kind of gets folded in half like a origami and just completely, just almost Yamcha-esque on the stairs. Just completely the breath taken out of his thing. The carapace armor itself cracked and somewhat just broken up in pieces.
Amazing description. Just remain dead for the rest of the encounter as you're on the ground, almost cut in half. And Og, it's your turn.
Seeing Costello get folded like origami brings back memories of the last time Og had fought metal men on the battlefield. Activating his Voxcaster in the center of his chest, hooked up to his power armor, Og is going to scream a blood-curdling tribal war chant, and fucking unleash on the Necron in front of him. That's 6 successes, lightning attack, unavoidable attack on the Necron in front of him.
Got it.
So, I believe that if I hit him, right?
Yeah.
So that's 40 damage, 36 damage, 36 damage, 40, 40, 40, concussive 1, proven 3, penetration 1.
So minus on the dodge?
Minus 60.
Minus 60. Okay. Doing that first. Alright. Og. Your hit location?
Where do I check that? How do I check that?
I'll check it. 96. Would you look at the left leg?
Always the left leg. Yes. Yes. We will still calculate the damage, but I believe it is good. That's gonna be 3 hits.
Oh, it's only 3? Okay. So it's only 40, 36, 36 then.
He dodged some, so yes. However, you do concuss him on the first one, and then the second one will basically kill him, and then the third one will knock his leg clean off.
You're not going to take this squad away from me, metal men! And Og is just gonna fucking rage over here, try to get as much attention on him as possible.
Oh, avenge me, brothers.
You see the creature laying a few times, trying to get up, and you will see its leg completely mangled. Hip doesn't no longer function. It can't generate any torque in its upper body. Laying there, it just flails back and forth on its chest, helpless. Anyone could deliver a coup de grace. Morgan.
You Xenos filth is not going to succeed!
Your fighting abilities are inferior.
The Necron next to you readies his weapon.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't done yet.
No, go ahead.
Since he is on coup de grace, I am two-weapon fighting. I'm gonna hit him with my shield and smash his entire body.
So you and smash him with your shield. Nice.
Do I still have that plus 45, or is that only for one roll?
One roll.
One roll. Okay.
You can only attack once, so you coup de grace, you kill him. Or yeah, you have an additional weapon because you're dual wielding. That's true.
Yep.
Yes. There is no resistance at all. You just basically smash him like a bug. You just crush the shield down in his chest plate.
Just screaming, yelling, horribly loud. That's it. Sorry.
I see hesitation.
As it dies, it has a stare of complete confidence and coldness. There is no human emotions in this thing. You squash it and see the light from its eyes flicker a few times and then go out. We're not gonna skip your turn, Morgan.
Me?
I told you it was your turn.
I'm well down the list.
Oh, I
It's what do you call it, Sam's next?
no, it's yours.
It was yours.
Alright, okay, well, skip it.
I thought you were AFK. I mean, if you're here, you can do it.
Okay, sorry. Okay, well, Morgan, seeing the Necron basically eviscerate the Arbitrator, is just going to unleash a torrent of electricity from her fingertips at this Necron. She sends out, 5 bolts? So if he wants to dodge, he can.
Absolutely. Yes.
Does he dodge all them?
Just roll your thing. Tell me how many degrees.
6.
6 degrees?
Yep.
Alrighty. That is it.
Sorry, did he dodge or?
That's a hit.
Sorry, what do you call it? Getting a bit of interference here.
Right.
So, as the bolts come flying out, they smack directly into his chest, and they'll do 6 damage, pen 4, 15 damage, pen 4, 5 damage, pen 4, and 12 damage, pen 4.
To who?
Click it. That guy there.
Okay.
And with that, she's going to slowly back up a little bit more, fiddle at her waistband, and pull out a combat knife.
It says 54 damage, but I assume that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
It's 6 and then 15 and then 5.
Yeah, 16,
Okay.
15, 5.
Got it. It's 15. Oh no, it can't be a righteous fury. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be Excellent. Yes.
Sorry, I apologize. I was getting a bit of
You
problems.
will injure it. One of the bolts goes through its chest plate.
Okay. That's me done.
Excellent. The Necron that awakened at the bottom will look at Miriam. It scans the room quickly.
I've seen you.
It will begin to rush across the room. That's gonna be a Righteous Fury. With a charge. Failure to dodge. .23 damage. 7 penetration. You will all watch as the Inquisitorial agent gets decapitated.
Jesus fuck.
Her head goes clean off. You don't even hear a sound from her. And you just off as her body gets thrown about 2 meters back. She just lands lifeless on the ground, and you will see Juno begin to recoil in horror, moving backwards. The Necron above you, Og, steps up next to you.
What, you want some too?
Tiny. You are a weak iteration of a failed species.
Will attack you with its
Is it
sword.
meleeing me? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna parry it. 8 degrees of success.
Christ.
And then I'm going to counterattack it.
You fail to parry.
Oh, I fail. Fuck.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
It has a power field, so it will go through pretty much anything. This is a Void Reaper. The first one, oof. That's gonna be your... I believe that's the body. For a Righteous Fury.
Bye bye, Og.
That's going to be 25 energy damage, penetration 7.
Okay.
You need to do a
25.
toughness test.
Go. Okay. Here we go. Does unnatural toughness come in here?
Yes. Absolutely.
Success with 5 degrees.
Sick. A blinding flash of light will erupt from the impact. You see this extreme light around you for a brief second, and it would blind anyone else. Your brain is just wired different, Og. You're fine. You open your eyes. Everything is kind of black and white. There's just strange shapes. But it's no problem. You still see your target. Things just look a little different. And you...
Just a huge rent across the front breastplate of his armor. Only reason why he's alive is that the shield was able to block a little bit of it. Like stop the horrible robotic swing.
Yeah. Love it. You get an inspiration point. Yeah. The damage goes through. A second hit to your chest. Oh, critical effect. By the way, hold on.
Oh man.
No, I'm not sure I rolled that Righteous Fury correctly. One of the die was a 10. So I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt to you. Say it wasn't a Righteous Fury. And we will have a secondary hit. Oof. That's gonna be a 26 energy damage penetration 7. Holy
Okay, with 26. Sorry, I'm doing math.
Yeah.
I have. Oh wait, 11. Sorry, I have. God, this is horrible. I'm trying. This is not. I'm not used to doing
Welcome
math.
to my world. I did this every day. I know it
I have
sucks.
2 wounds left. Alright, cool.
Oof. You have shielded the most of the Necrons. And it is...
Yeah, he
Alex turn.
grabs his Aquila and, like, in a burst of golden light, several tigers appear and they sprint into his allies, and you feel like being blessed with the Emperor's supernatural speed as he casts. So all of your initiative increases by 2.
Nice.
Oh, hold on. The flame worked? I'm just seeing your message now, Ty.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Who is it?
That's my
This
first
one.
That one? Cool.
That's a full action, so I can't do anything else.
Can you get everybody with that psi communion?
Yeah, my psi rating is 7.
Dope. So everybody increases theirs by 2. Dope. Alright, I'm at 13 now.
So what do we see?
Like 7 tigers just charges towards his allies, jumps into them, and they feel like emboldened with the God Emperor's supernatural speed and the holy light and righteous fury.
So. And we're now on the second round. We're gonna move 15-second rounds. Prepare your action before your turn comes up, and spend your turn describing it.
As the Necron advances on Og, he pulls the bolt forward, loads another round, slaps it in, pulls the bolt backward, and adjusts his lead, knowing that it had only went in the shoulder when he wanted a shot to the head. And with that, the additional movement from the Necron is about to slice into Og as he fires off a shot, almost as in slow motion. And according to his trigonometric calculations, he lands a shot to the head with a 25 pen 6 with the fire selector.
Nice. Excellent. You get an inspiration point. He will. No shield, but he dodges. But the penalty to dodge.
Yep. I messed this up slightly. So that's 90 minus 90, I believe it is.
No dodge, no dodge. And a 16, that's gonna be a 25 pen 3. Nice. So very nice. 25. Okay, the Necron will get shot in the...
Yep, 0-2 headshot.
Yeah, it gets shot in the head, and you see this bright light on the side of its face. The head sort of jolts sideways, and it looks kind of like the Terminator. Very terrifying. It will spot you for a brief second. It like twists its head towards you in just a split moment.
I've calculated your death.
The machine continues to attack Og. Nicholas.
Nicholas looks left and right, sees one severely injured and acolyte and one dead most certainly dead acolyte, as he screams at the top of his lungs, "Glory to the first man to die! Those who are faithful do not need to fear his touch," as he retreats slightly and lets out a burst of holy fire from his heavy flamethrower. The shield that adorns the exhaust port, writing in golden letters, "Salvation lies here," as this wave of fire engulfs those two Necrons.
Fuck yes. Inspiration point. And this Necron is going to jump out of the way. Oog. You get a...
Yeah.
well,
I get an
it's
opportunity?
technically a
Okay.
dodge. No. This guy will try to jump out of the way. Yeah, feel free to speak up, Tom.
Minus 15, but if they succeed too high, yeah, it's not a very big penalty, so yeah, there is a chance.
They get a minus 15 to dodge.
Yeah, just minus 15.
Both of them rolled really well. They rolled in the 20s. They have quite a lot of agility, so they unfortunately succeed.
And of course, Ord, you see this flame of fire, but it seems to just... It caresses you, but it does not dare to touch you, as if it goes around you like a stream of water. And that's it. That's my turn.
Awesome. Thank you. Aaron.
Morgan will once again target the same Necron and will let out another tirade of lightning with the idea that as if she keeps putting as much down range as possible, one of them's bound to hit. She strikes it with 6 degrees of success with everything bar 1, which is then fired at the power core. So he has a possibility of dodging with 6 degrees of success on my part.
I fail.
Okay, so he is then smacked in the chest with 7 damage, pen 4, 8 damage, pen 4, 13 damage, pen 4, 10 damage, pen 4, and the power core is hit with 8 damage, pen 4.
The power core?
Yep.
Okay.
That one right there.
Okay. And you're hitting that with how much?
With 8 pen 4 energy damage. And Price of Brilliance, she's trying something out.
Okay. And you see a flash of electrical light and sparks. And the rest hit?
The rest of them hit this guy. Oh, hold on. That guy
Okay.
there.
Okay. Nice.
And holding her little knife, she's gonna take one more step back.
I would like to point out that I will be going before that Necron because of psychic encouragement.
Oog.
Og is gonna move up and fucking hit this guy. Horribly maimed, bleeding heavily. Og's been in this situation before. He's not gonna let that Necron get to Sam. I would have success of 3. I'm going to use a fate point to do expert in violence to subtract my weapon skill instead, so that's success with 7 degrees. Unescapable attack, minus 70 to the dodge roll.
Very nice.
I'm also hitting him with my shield with 1 success.
Awesome. As you rush him,
And that's an all-out attack, so he needs to make me, it is at concussive 2 and penetration 7.
yes. As you begin attacking, a force field activates around him. You will see a deep yellow glow just activate whenever you hit him with your hammer. it activates again. Over his head, it activates again. However, on the last hit, it will erupt, and you will see it fall to the ground, burning.
So it's one damage, one hit through the warhammer.
No, his force field activated.
No. Okay. So nothing. I didn't get any damage.
Right.
Dope. Alright.
The Necron down here will look at
Is
you.
busy burning.
Say again? Yes, so he, with force fields, if you roll low enough, they activate that round, but they short circuit and don't work in the next round. That's how they work.
The Necron has to roll a 2d10 and suffer
2D10.
that damage, ignoring the toughness and armor. That's the left present by the Arbiter. Enjoy the consuming flame. Xenos.
Very nice. The Xeno scum is on fire. We're gonna give him a little icon. There we go. Okay, so he's walking. He's ignoring the effect of it, but he's just walking while on fire. And this is damage that he takes on his turn, I believe.
2d10, ignoring toughness and armor.
Right, he took 13.
Better than nothing.
Very good. Very good. And how do we put it out again?
Agility test minus 20.
Right. Failed.
When you're ready, you're on fire.
Right, he failed. And while on fire, let me double check this.
He does get bonuses, like if he's in a puddle or with something that helps him stop being on fire.
He failed horribly. There's no saving that. Why do I never write up fire damage? He doesn't put it out. I don't. Can you act normally then?
I assume he doesn't. Usually you'd be in pain and you'd have to pass a willpower test, but I think he ignores that, right?
Yes, he ignores a lot of things. They have a lot
Just the damage, that's it. And if he fails the half-action agility test, then he just keeps being on
Yeah, so
fire.
this is a 2.5 meter tall Necron looking at you, Nova, and he will begin to move towards you.
Cool. I see. Did you say it's my turn?
No, sorry, he's attacking you.
Oh.
Do you want to dodge?
Ooh. Yes, I will. I will attempt.
Hold on.
What?
I rolled a nat 100.
Oh.
Yep.
Thank God. Thank the
Yeah.
God Emperor. Holy shit.
He's looking after Nova.
The Necron will charge at you. A horrifying shriek as he gets closer.
Another true well done, yes. Process fire.
The machine drops down on one knee. It looks down, and you can see a malfunction as the head begins to twitch up and down from one leg to the next. The fire burns, stretching up to its face. You can see its face illuminated by the fire, and then it's completely blinded by it. It begins to flail with its arms as if to try to put out the fire. Morgan.
Okay, so Morrigan is basically pretty much in full panic mode at this stage. So she is going to just garner as much power as she can. You'll actually feel a slight tingling in the air as she basically lets everything she has left pretty much rip with a molten beam firing straight out. Og will see this approaching in the corner of his eye, and it will hopefully strike the Necron in front of him, but that is a hit with a success of 6, so he can dodge it.
He can't dodge it?
He can.
He can, okay. He gets 6 degrees of success on his dodge.
So that's still a success.
Alright. And then failure on the shield.
Good stuff. So hold on, sorry, I'm having a couple of problems. So that is 15 plus 20. So he is hit for 28 damage, pen 10.
Oof.
And is hit to the body. So as she lets fire with this beam, Og'll see it come flying pretty much from the corner of his eye. As the Necron turns, it'll just strike him directly in the chest. He'll take a couple of steps back, and to Morgan's horror, he's still standing.
Oh man. This Necron next to Ugg gets completely fried. Metal will begin to melt. Several joints fuse. You will see some of the molten metal drip down from it. It cannot last much longer. It can barely move. Only the hand and one leg is functional, as it just steps forward in one last desperate attempt to attack. Nova.
With the big scary Necron in front of her, she decides to slash at it, getting 2 attacks with a two successes with 4, or 1 with 4, 1 with 5. Inescapable attack, so if he tries to dodge it. That's it.
Dodge?
Yeah, you can dodge.
Okay, failure to dodge.
Yeah,
Force field activates. So you will see this deep yellow glow exactly where you hit, and then a sphere fills its body.
Alzinos, you shall die this day. I presume the shield means all my damage is negated if I hit.
Yes.
So, yeah, that'll be end of my turn. Actually, no, wait. I have Assassin Strike. I need to roll an acrobatics.
Okay.
See if I can move. Do a half move away. Yes, I can.
Nice.
What is my half move? 5. To move away. Just in case people plan to do something. There we go. That's me. That's me done.
So guys, describe what we see when you do your turn. Describe what do we see? What is happening?
Well, she strikes at the Necron, its shields, negating her blows, and she uses the force of momentum of her attack to roll 5 meters away.
Sick. You get an inspiration point. And the Necron will sledge and land with you, Nicholas.
He turns to the side. What the?
Dodge?
Yes. Let me save that conversion failed. Props.
Right leg.
Those legs are blessed.
Woo!
The conversion. Does it care if it's blind?
Nice.
I don't think it cares if it goes
Nice.
blind.
Let me double check.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I assume it's technologically advanced that its eyes cannot be blinded by a flashbang. As this
go ahead and
Necron.
do the blinding test.
Sorry, the what?
The blinding test.
Just roll agility.
Agility?
Yeah.
Failure?
It's blind for 1 plus degrees of failure.
Okay.
So as this Necron's approaches Nicholas, he quickly grabs upon his Rosarius, and this blinding light pushes it with an unnatural force as it screams, "Black! Back! Back, you wretched fiend, to the bleakest womb that has spawned you!" As it's pushed back.
The creature covers its eyes. You can see it is in pain. It goes on one knee, trying to correct something in its eyes, its optics. The second Necron will attack you, Og.
I'm going to parry it.
Oof! That's gonna be a big penalty to your parry. That's gonna be a minus 90.
Jesus Christ.
Should have used that plus 30 for defense, man.
Okay, let me calculate this. So I can try. Nah.
Do you want to reroll?
No, because I only have one fate point left. I think I'm gonna need it to not die here.
Burning a fate point is different from spending it. You can still spend all your fate points and then burn one of the
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Use it.
Is it even possible? Is it even possible? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I'll try. I'll try.
You can use the fate point for a plus 10 or plus 20, depending on your background, and the inspiration to reroll this.
Oh, right. I can use inspiration. Yeah, I'll use an inspiration. I'll use a fate point to get plus 20, so it's only minus 40. Because it's 90, right?
Minus 90, yeah.
Yeah. Minus 90. Okay. So, yeah, I did the math right. Sorry, here. Success with 2.
Sick.
3 hits are blocked. Thank God.
So that's gonna be 3 blocked attacks as you hold out your shield.
I get to counterattack him as well because I successfully parried.
If it does hit you, it is not. You do not get the parry.
Why not? Let's see.
I believe as long as you take damage, this kind of does a hit. Correct me on this stuff if I'm wrong.
Make a standard attack after successful parry. So it's just technically I succeeded parrying him, right? Or is that hit? Or when I get hit, that doesn't succeed. It's only a half success.
You negate some of the attacks.
Okay.
You can chime in if you want, Tavi.
It's up to you how you interpret it. Like, does he do it immediately before the rest of the attacks come in, or does he have to survive the remaining attacks then?
I'd count it as you fail the attack, and then because you fail, I get to counterattack. But when you actually get hit, it's not really a failure to attack. That's the way I think of it. Let me know if you disagree. But either way, he will get a few attacks. And, how many degrees of success did you have in your parry?
Success with 2 degrees.
2 degrees, so you
dodged 2 additional, so 3 in total.
3 attacks, and he hits with a lot of attacks. Let's look it up. This is worth looking up because this is a.
I mean, do you want to just say we kill each other?
This is an important moment, right? So let's look this up. This is a rare occasion. Anyone else feel free to look it up too.
I mean, I'm looking up right now. Counterattack just says successful parry, so I don't know what that means. I'm not experienced enough in the game to figure out what that fucking means.
I think it means that as long as you get a success on your parry roll, you can do a counterattack.
That's how I interpreted it, but you're more experienced than me, Morton.
Hold on.
Once per turn after successfully parrying an opponent's attack, the character may immediately make a standard attack action as a free action against the opponent.
No, I'm not opening up for discussion. You can do role playing or describe your characters. I'm gonna check it, and you can look it up if you want.
Yeah, it's minus 20 penalty weapon skill test for the attack.
Or
Yes.
I promise this.
Oh, I might. Sorry, what do you want me to do?
No, I promise thee that even if you falter, I shall feed you with enough spirits to keep on fighting. Sally forth.
I shall not fall. The Emperor's watching me. I gotta protect Sir. So what's the ruling?
Coming.
Martin? Alright, sorry.
Yeah. This is kind of important though. Right. No, I was right. So it becomes with inescapable attack and lightning attack when those two go against each other. It becomes an opposed test. So you dodged 3 attacks, but the others hit. Or rather, you dodged 3 hits, and then the rest will impact you, will hit you. So it is still technically a hit to you. You just negate some of the hits. Yes.
So I have to fully block all attacks for me to get the counter attack.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So that's going to be a first 15 energy damage, penetration 7.
Nothing.
Nice. The second hit will also hit your right leg. And it's going to be 16. Hold on. 16 energy damage, 7 penetration.
Okay. I have 1 wound.
1 wound. Okay. Let's look that up. It's gonna be a blast that sears the flesh and bone of the target's leg, leaving a nasty burn scar. The target cannot run or charge 2 rounds.
Oh no, I'm still in the positive.
Okay.
So I don't know if that
Is
affects
it
it or
one
not.
positive?
I'm 1 in the positive.
You're
right
one
now.
of the positive. Okay.
I am 1 in the positive.
And
I'm
you're
not
very
the
lucky with these
negative
rolls because these are bad. So he's gonna roll a 14 energy, 7 penetration.
yet. Where?
To the body.
I
Shield.
no
shield.
damage. No
Yes,
damage.
sir. Yes, sir.
And that was its attacks.
Fuck.
Emperor
Yes.
protects.
Well done.
You're not going nowhere, Xenos!
Nice. Alec.
Conjures up this massive fire phoenix in a golden light, and it flies towards this Necron, and it just slams into it. A moment of silence, then this massive mushroom cloud just explodes into existence, and you hear a deafening roar as everything just shakes to the very foundation.
Awesome. You get an inspiration point.
Yeah, and that's 38 energy damage times 0.
That's what?
38 energy damage, 0 pen. It's a blast as well, so
It's a blast.
yeah. 7 times 7.
Let me. Right. 38. Right. So, how long is the radius on it? Oh, I see it. It doesn't say any radius.
It's... Oh.
Can you find that?
Yeah, hang on. Here we are. Oh.
Inferno. 5. Cast attack,
That
psychic.
was why I was asking the question in chat. It was why I was asking if I could switch, since it probably catch all of my allies.
What?
Never mind.
There is the side item if you want to lower the AoE.
Okay, I found it. It's your psi rating.
Oh, yeah, then that's 7.
7?
Yeah, 7.
7.
But the actual cast I'm using it for is 4.
So 4.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will jump out of the radius barely as the flash of light appears on the ground.
Do I have to technically dodge then? So
No,
the
because it was here. You're right outside of it.
Yes.
Okay.
He's correct. Due to how spheres work. Sam.
Simon loading another bolt into his rifle, takes off once more, and hunkers himself down. He spins around, pretty much aiming it from his hip, literally in this case, and fires a shot off in Og's general direction, aiming at the Necron and praying to the God Emperor himself for protection against these horrendous Xeno scum. And he lets off a shot. 1 degree of success.
I get 8.
9 penetration 6.
I get 8 degrees
To
of
the torso.
success on the dodge.
Oh,
7 degrees of success.
okay, that's dodged.
Shot goes wide. You see the Necron's head sort of twitches to the side, it being aware of your attack. Commodus?
The Necron being subsided by the divine power of the Emperor and his blessed conversion field, catching an opportunity to slay the fiend and the enemy behind it. He levels his heavy flamer once more and lets a jet of holy promethium wash upon them.
Nice.
Both of these Necrons just roll agility minus 15.
Yep. One of them is blind, so he cannot roll it.
Oh,
And the second one will succeed. So
at least I roll damage
how,
once.
how far do I have to move?
Up probably 3 meters in any direction,
Okay,
left or right.
got it.
Yeah, that's safe.
He rolls out of the way. The second one gets hit.
Yes.
How much? How much?
10 penetration 4 to the chest.
Never mind, shield activates. So this dude will get his shield activated.
I shall then half move here. That's it.
Okay, Morgan. Oog.
Og, bleeding, blood gushing out from his horrible wound to his chest, his shield almost slag on his arm, is gonna go up to this Necron and try to hit it over its head when it's distracted from Sam's blast with his sniper rifle. Success 4 degrees and escapable. He already dodged, so I don't believe he can dodge again.
And that's for this guy
Og
who's
is
injured?
Yep, this guy. He's whirlwind of hammer slams and warhammer hits. So
Was this the guy who had his shield kaput?
This is the guy that had his shield kaput too.
Yes.
So that's 5 hits with the lightning attack warhammer, and 1 all-out hit from the shield.
Nice.
So here we go.
Let's see the location.
Righteous Fury. So 36, 38, Righteous Fury. I don't know what to do with the Righteous Fury check.
It's not on the first damage instance, so it's just max damage.
No, alright. So 36, 38, 43, 38, 39, 36 from the shield. The shield has concussive 2. And all the Warhammer hits have concussive 1, proven 3, penetration 1.
He dies.
They got him.
Got him!
You're not getting just up! Just like scrap metal, I'm just destroying the body as much as I possibly can. Before turning around and looking over here. I can't move because I used all my fucking shit to kill him.
Nice. Yeah, you pulverize this Necron. There's nothing left, it's just twitching on the ground. You see some voice activation going on, but it just turns into Bonaric's static. You hear this pile of smoke comes up from his dead body. It twitches, a little bit of slick oil sort of spread out on the ground.
Barely alive, Og is going to point at this one with his warhammer, shouting out with his increased volume, with his power armor, and internal vox is going to shout, "You! Get your ass over here!" And that's it.
Awesome, you get an inspiration point. And this Necron will urge. You see some activation on his body, and the flames quickly go out. He will then rush up from a kneeling position and charge. And that's going to be a minus 70 to dodge. To the body.
Top citrus.
That is Aldrich. Do you want to dodge?
Remember, my leg is mangled.
Oh, that's a minus 20 to dodge. You're missing ledge transition? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll try.
So if you have a mutant weapon, it might be that to parry.
Yes, you can parry.
Nope.
Oof.
Still at negative wounds.
Still?
You're too far away from me. I can't bodyguard you. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna bite the dust here. Wait, I can only burn a 8 point.
There's going to be a 25 energy damage, penetration 7 to the chest.
That goes up to 16 critical damage.
Got it. And as before, the target is completely encased in fire, melting his skin and bursting his eyes like superheated eggs.
I'm enough 8 points to survive.
He falls to the ground, a lifeless corpse, blackened and charred with horrid burns. We're gonna roll a die. You roll a 10. Any ammunition and explosives you have explode. Do you have grenades? Yes?
No.
Nope. Okay, your ammunition and explosives will go off. So you will all now see a fireworks of bullets flying everywhere as Ulrich lands next to the one of the power interfaces.
That's the last pistol.
So yes, anything you say or do, or what do we see? Anything you want to say
basically looks up. Alric looks up, raises his hand, and you see him give the Necron the effing finger. And he just grins and speaks, "Do your worst, Xenos scum."
Awesome. You see the Necron just looking down at you before continuing.
Let less voice. The world grows quieter.
Morgan.
Okay, so Morgan, seeing another one of her colleagues go
One
down,
less voice.
but also
One
noticing
less
that one of the
voice.
Necrons is kneeling down at the moment, is going to make the decision and basically fire another molten beam at what seems to be a still blinded Necron, striking him in the left leg with 6 degrees of success.
Ooh.
So he can't dodge.
Left ledge, that's a pure shot.
I roll a nat 100 on the dodge, so that's not going to happen.
Left leg roll, man. See, net 100, even the
left
dice
leg
says.
roll, no shield. And this is this guy?
No, the guy that's blind.
Okay.
And it's 24 damage, pen 10.
Awesome. 24 pentan.
She'll then take 2 steps back to stand beside the preacher. We'll turn to him and basically say, well, if we're to die, you're probably the least person I want to die beside.
This attack was brutal. The Necron's metal melts. Part of its inner central core gets melted, fused with its hip. You just see this black smoke coming up to his face. He leans forward again, just trying to adjust something on its head. It is still kneeling on the ground. Black smoke emitting from its head. Nova.
As it kneels onto the ground, Nova drops her twin swords and pulls out her sniper rifle, takes aim at its head, and fires for a success with 4 additionals. Inescapable.
Failure to dodge. Ooh, barely failure to the shield. That's gonna be a hit.
Roll the damage. Let's roll on 2 additional 10s. That is 20 damage, pen 3.
20 damage, pen 3. Nice. To this guy?
Yes, the one, yeah, that one.
He's almost dead. You hit it, and you will see it's part of its. Where did you hit?
Headshot, so
24. If I'm reading that right. Or is it an aimed shot?
yeah.
Is it cold shot? Okay.
Cold, yeah, it was cold, yeah.
The head jolts back with a clank. It gets down on his knee, clearly struggling.
Finish that bastard!
You can see its head jolts up in confusion, looks at you, these blue optical things in its head. It seems to like roll around in its skull.
Sublayer reach.
It will stay kneeling, and the blind Necron will be no longer blind. He's going to look around and charge. Morgan,
Okay, I'm going to try to dodge.
you get a minus 30.
Use that plus 60 if you haven't used it this round, man.
Okay, I will use the plus 60 then, so that's plus 30. 2 degrees of success.
Oof. Nice. Nice.
Love buffing my allies.
That is going to be 2 additional, so you dodge 3 attacks.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it.
Oh,
Nice. The Necron will swing over your head several times. You duck down. The sword hits between you and Komotis, and it burns. It makes like a straight line that starts burning. Sam.
Necron filth, know that there is no afterlife for you. There is no meeting the God Emperor. Your soulless being will evaporate into nothing. And he fires off another shot toward this one here and hits to the left arm with 17 pen 6.
Observe.
It says, right as the bullet impacts its head, question mark?
Left arm, 24.
Nice. The shot rings true, hits the right arm, and unfortunately shield activates. It would have been a kill shot, but as it stands up, it blinks once. When it opens its eyes, you can see it reignite as if expecting to die, and then suddenly it is fine. This yellow hue again flickers. Nicholas.
Nicholas, seeing as Moridon at some point in her dodges manages to push the Necron backwards, he takes the opportunity to move into position as the flamer charges up with a new spit of Promethium as he says, "Blessed are the martyrs, their stars, stories, their deaths, prophecy. Let their sacrifice be not for naught." As the jet of fire bursts, attempting to hit these 2 Necrons.
You get an inspiration point. The first Necron will jump out of the way. Second Necron will fail.
Oh!
Damage?
Roll me an agility in the min. Oh!
Agility?
Yes.
I already rolled one to dodge, but I succeed the second one.
Alright, in that case, just move. Just move.
No, he fails his move.
Oh, he's move already, so just damage.
He just is not on fire.
Yeah.
But he still takes the damage.
Righteous Fury. Righteous Fury. Emperor
Holy shit.
protects.
Boy. Oh boy. How much?
Oh, not one to the chest.
You're
Energy.
exactly on 0. The Necron will be engulfed in flames, standing up after reacting to the shot. It like takes a shot to the left arm, jolts back expecting to die, opens its eyes, and you will see almost this eager glee on its face. Then it just lights up in flame. Completely illuminated, it just stands there, tries to take a step forward. The knee buckles and it stands in a kneeing position and then just starts to crackle and burn while looking at you.
Face holy fire!
This is familiar. We have been broken before. It is only a delay.
Then you shall taste defeat a 3rd time! And that's my turn.
It attempts to speak, and at this point the voice modulator is broken, and you just hear this sharp sound. Immediately something erupts in its chest. Electricity begins to course through its body, and it falls down on its chest and dies. Morgan.
Morgan watching the Necron flip over her head and looking at the leg that was damaged by her molten beam. The second it hits the ground, she's going to open up with a barrage of electricity, hitting it again in the left leg. And she will hit with 6 degrees of success. It can dodge.
That is a 2 degrees success on the dodge.
Okay, so that means that it hits with 11 damage pen 4 and 14 damage pen 4.
Okay.
And you'll just see as it jumps over and as it lands, basically just the electricity starts before it lands, and it just goes zoo, zoo, zoo until it actually sort of just arcs down and 2 of them hit its leg. Says
Awesome.
Smoke, electricity shards going everywhere. Basically a massive light display. And then what she's going to do is she's going to basically just hold her ground with her little knife in her hand and her glove basically giving off smoke in the other one.
You get an inspiration point. The Necron is badly injured. There's smoke coming from it, but it is still alive. Oog.
Og, horribly wounded, barely fucking standing, is gonna pound himself in the chest where he's been struck by the other Necron that he just killed. Gets enraged by that and just full fucking tilts at this the Necron over here. Full charge, overhead slam. That's a 94, so that's to the.
So sorry, I rolled a nat 25 on the shield. Shield activates.
Fuck.
It's gonna be a yellow hue that covers it several times. Every time you try to hit it, the hammer just bounces off it, and you see this shimmering light again and again.
Do I break the shield though, at least? Because I have.
Unfortunately, not this time. But you keep hitting it, and it will.
I keep hitting it. Just.
Yes, and it is turning around as soon as you approach Morgan.
You stay away from them!
You get an inspiration point, by the way.
Darius has taught you well. Permit me to clarify.
Then we're gonna go to Nova.
And she will. I think that's a roll. She will shoot him with 2 degrees of success.
Ooh.
Taking aim, she hits the.
It's gonna be a success to dodge with 7 degrees.
Damn. Yeah, he dodges it. He tries to shoot it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. The shot will go wide. The Necron bends down, now sensing its imminent doom. It will go after the biggest threat, as the shot from Nova with her sniper just goes above its head. Seeing its comrades fallen, it decides to go all-out attack. If it can kill Og, maybe it can win. Og, you're being attacked.
I'm going to parry it.
Left leg, no right leg.
Okay, so right leg.
Okay, it's gonna be fine. He'll be fine. It's just
Just say that Perry, man, don't worry.
And I forgot to say, it is only 2 degrees success on this one.
I'm not dodging it, I'm trying to parry it, so I don't get none of that inescapable attack BS, right?
No, inescapable still works on Perry.
Yeah,
That's a parry with 11 degrees of success!
Yep, inescapable counts for every type of dodge.
Okay, well then it would just be a normal, and I rolled a 2, so.
Sick, yeah, so this is a full parry, meaning now there's not a single hit, so you get your counterattack.
Og is a simple creature. This thing is too complicated in its movements. He goes for an overhead slam. Og just sort of bats it aside with his simple gesture with his shield and goes in for a right hook with his hammer. This is minus 20, so standard. Minus 20.
Do shields
success with 1.
Do shields still proc on enemy turns?
Any damage instance.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but I rolled a success on the shield. I know you don't like the shield because you reacted negatively, but it is a success. So I'm gonna have to say,
shield, man.
I'm gonna have to say that, yeah, shields are a little bullshit in this game, but it does activate, and you see this yellow hue again every time you hit it. I'm gonna say, well, we need to look that up later, but not now.
Does it not have a damage threshold? Like, what the fuck is this shield?
It's broken, man, it's broken. Son.
Bullshit.
As soon as the Necron filth turns to fight Og, Sam's gonna hold the sniper right and aim it directly at its not so fleshy right leg and fire away 23 pen 6 to the right leg.
Thought you ought to learn the truth of Valerius.
Soon you'll learn the truth of death. The pale beyond will never reach you. Uh, 23 pen 6 right leg.
23 pen 6. And 3 degrees of success on the dodge.
So that's negative 50.
That's a negative 50, okay. That's gonna be it. Shield! Shield activates again!
Oh, I hate you! You fucker! You
This is so funny!
I need to get a shield, dude! Apparently I need to get a shield, because
3 times in a row? That's insane!
Watch this motherfucker have like a Rosarius, which only has a 30% chance to...
This is crazy. Dame, go.
Seeing as Og is this close to defeating the creature, yet through its arcane and profane technology still evades the group, he will do the one thing with a prayer on his lip and discarding, pulling on an emergency release on his altar that he carries. The flamer drops to the ground as it out of nowhere he comes for a grapple against the Necron creature. And that deals no damage.
What? What's this? What am I supposed to do now? Oppose strength?
Yes.
Oh god. I guess
the
success
from the top row.
Success with 4 degrees?
What's
happening?
The one bitches is for the roll of True. I'm gonna use a fate point to reroll that.
Okay.
Need that fate point, man. Yes.
Is this
Probably a... So, success with 4... No, success with 4 additional, so a 5 in total.
so you win?
Yes, as Nicholas passes through the field, the Necron creature goes for a knee to attempt to stop the grapple, but he protects himself with his metallic right arm as he grabs the creature by the leg, pulling it closer in a vulnerable position to be hit in melee as it end range, as he cannot dodge while being in grapple. And he says, "I shall hold it down, brothers! Slay the profane!" As that ends his turn.
Whoa. Are you grappling a Necron?
Yes,
Yes.
because the Emperor said so, and I have the audacity to do it.
Okay. Aaron. Morgan.
Well, Morgan, with sweat dripping down her entire face, hair is basically now just a matted, just a mat of sweat and dust. Basically pulls on our last reserves of strength and basically tries to rip something from the Imperium. And just as it starts to coalesce, it basically just disappears like smoke in the wind. And she just collapses down to one knee, basically breathing heavily. And that's it.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and big inspiration point, Tavi. Ugg.
The Emperor is here, and he commands you to die! I'm going full lightning attack on the Necron. 60, minus 60. Inescapable attack.
Roll die with me.
He turns
Slay
to face
dog!
you.
No, he doesn't, and I turn with it to face Odd.
Enjoy
Slay
the
dog.
last moment alive.
So I think that's 6 hits, because he can't dodge.
The
He can't dodge.
He
And
can
let's
work, but the
roll for
field
that
still-
old good old shield. Let's roll for the shield.
Did it succeed again?
No, I was 6 away from it succeeding.
Yes!
Fuck you.
Damn
Fuck
it.
you and your shield. Take it. Take my damage.
Ugg. Feel free to describe the glory of the Necron's death.
You're holding it by its leg to stop it from jumping away. Og sees an opportunity to hit it right in its left arm, and in his hammer, even though it has no power field on it, just goes right through its whole body as he goes hit after hit after hit after hit, 6 times into its side. Left arm's gone. There's a huge hole in its chest, and it just falls over dead. And for good measure, the last hit, Og fucking slams his shield down on the ground, cutting it in 2.
And as the last Necron hits the ground, Morgan, in a weak voice, will basically say to Nicholas, Get the weapon away! Get the weapon!
As Nicholas quickly raises and kicks the weapon away from the completely smashed Necron.
The Emperor protects! Og does a sign of the Aquila.
The room goes quiet. A black smoke fills the top of the room. You will see the light on the cogitator return. And the security measures slowly but surely gets turned off. Until finally you will hear a magnetic seal get deactivated. The monitor quickly resets, and once again you see the welcoming screen that you first saw when you entered the room.
So, he says in a daze and exhausted. See what that cogitator can do as he picks himself up. Or bring me the dead and the wounded that have put their lives on the line.
Of course, Og's gonna stumble over to Ulrich. Ulrich's still fucking alive.
His whole face is just like a blackened mess, but you see it's just weakly rises and lowers to signify he's still alive, but there's not much like identifying with.
This one also seems to be still alive.
Ulrich's alive, sir. I'm just gonna keep limping forward. Only thing keeping him like stable right now is the power armor that's still working and powered. He's gonna walk over to the poor psyker.
The refractor field of the final Necron collapses into a flickering shard. You see this little light begin to dim. The central memory pillar will again come to life. Several lights begin to fill the room, and one of the blackened sarcophagi will let off a very weak tone. You will see the cogitator emit light again, and it seems to be operational once more.
I'm gonna start. I'll pick up the psyker's body and bring it over to Nicholas, with the head in my hands as well. Sir, please, we're not in any position to continue.
Yeah, the head is dripping with blood, and the body is just completely lifeless, of course. It has been cut off sideways, sort of slashing off one arm and one shoulder.
Keep the head, it might be useful. I might be able to get some information out of it.
The Emperor has rolled this one. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry, Ard. The Emperor is a merciful God. It is our duty to push forward even in the most grimest of times. You leave nothing behind. Take whatever is of import from this one. We shall pray for him.
I'll hand Nova the head. I'll go walk over and hand Nova the head since she wants to keep it.
And
I want to keep it, but it's more, I think, the masters might be able to. It's not that I want to keep the head, it's just it might be useful for our masters.
Okay. Coughs of blood.
As
You did good,
hand
big
over
man.
the head, the dripping blood from it just like goes directly onto Castillo. He's like,
He's
No!
alive.
not filthy psyker blood on me, no!
Juno, who until this has been just seems catatonic. He's walking up to the pillar, looking at the Necron on the ground.
I'm gonna stop him from doing that. If he's going for there, I don't fucking care. I'm not risking no shit anymore. Og gets angry. You stay the fuck back!
By the throne. I've read theories. This is real. This is real. He looks down at his hand. He turns his hand over. This is real.
Yes, and we all nearly died. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Wait. There must be more. Caius was here.
Yes, we can come back later with the Inquisition in force.
His eyes narrows as you talk to him. He looks at you. Don't you realize what this means? The Basilica. The entire sector. It was all built on an illusion.
What the fuck do you want?
As the senior combat expert, I'm declaring we're not fit for more action. We're leaving.
Emperor Prosovus.
Yeah.
And the rest of you?
As what he called, he actually says that the Basilica, the entire sector, was built on a lie. Morgan, who's currently collecting Necron artifacts and also looking at the Necron's head, trying to figure out a way of actually getting some sort of data slate out of it. We'll actually go and say, yes, many of the heroes and saints and things like that from the Imperium are exaggerations at best, lies at worst.
He has tears in his eyes.
That sounds awful close to heresy.
He has tears in his eyes, and there's like a black, scarred burn mark across his face. It's covered in soot and smoke. No, that's not a servitor. It's a sovereign. These are thinking weapons. They're older than our sun.
If you don't shut your gaping hole, I'll shut it for you. Is that understand?
Don't
Understood?
He starts breathing abruptly.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Don't.
You killed them. You actually killed them. He leans down and looks at the pieces. He turns one of the pieces of the chest plate over. You killed them.
Nicholas moves between Nova and Orb and says, "Leave the madman to his ramblings. Just retort them. What has happened to both of you? Has opposition birthed such cowardice within you?"
His eyes are completely, like, enthralled. They're just beaming out of his skull. They were designed. Someone wanted us to see this.
Yes, we'll figure this out back at the Vigilance, the base.
No. We can't leave. They must see this. Harris must see this.
Castillo, in absolute pain, pulls out one of his hollow sticks, lights it, and then just throws it into his eyes.
Og is just gonna knock him out.
Okay.
Just hit him over the head.
I'm gonna say you can just throw him
out.
over your shoulder. He probably won't be able to resist.
As
I
soon
don't
as
wanna
your
hear him
fist
talk.
gets raised, you will hear him just go, "No!" And then he goes out.
There's enough out of this crazy heretic. Throw him over my shoulder very brusquely, probably breaking his nose when he impacts the armor.
Oh yeah, there's a little dripple of blood down your back.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
We're getting the fuck
Castillo?
out of here.
Can you walk?
Both of you, calm thyselves. Are you directly opposing a superior officer? Do you take leave without consulting with a senior acolyte? Has fear overtaken you? Are you not best of mankind?
Yeah, I know.
August's
fine.
gonna stare down at Nicholas.
We are not tech experts.
Moaning.
We should leave this to our Mechanicus allies in the
Sir.
Inquisition.
With all due respect, sir, we are in no condition to move forward. You might be a senior acolyte, but we have 2 wounded, 1 dead. We will not be able to sustain another fight like that. And all of you tech experts keep activating defenses. We need to retreat with the information we have, sir.
That is correct. But there's no one else here. Yes, we have encountered threats. Yes, we have suffered casualties. Yet you asked our allies to go into the dark, facing unknown horrors when we still have the opportunity of figuring out what is hidden here, so they may have a better fighting chance than us?
They've already figured out enough.
That is not for you to decide. Neither for me. It is for Sam.
Ladies, gentlemen, the long and short of it is, we are here. We have come this far, and this is not a democracy. Looking rather smug that she actually knows what a democracy is. So, essentially, this is not up for a vote. We were ordered to come. We were ordered by the Ordo Inquisition. That is the end of it. If we die, we die. We are not special. We are tools.
A tool is not useful unless it's spent usefully.
Inspiration point.
If
You
we all die
are-
here, they don't get any information. That information dies with us.
Exactly. We already have a lot. We know a lot of things. We need someone who knows how to deal with this fucking computer bullshit.
Then run, cowards.
I plan to come back. It's just
I await for orders from Samuel Spade.
Oh, yeah.
left.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, Castella and Alric, you wake up.
Alric activates his telepathic link thought sending ability and just says to everyone, "I'm with Og on this one. We need to fall back and recover. We are in no position to fight anymore."
Castillo is going to stand up, limp over to Samuel, and effectively just overwatch guard. Any mutiny of this mission shall be dealt with.
Yeah, Sam's not here at the moment.
I know.
I'm not speaking mutiny. I'm just trying to say we have a lot right now, and no offense to Sir, he keeps tripping all the fucking defenses.
And with that, as you discuss, that's where we can round off the session.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 400 XP.
Oh my god.
Baby, baby,
Oh,
baby.
wow!
For nearly
rare
dying.
treat. A rare treat. For
Congratulations, you
survivors
didn't die.
of a horrible Necron attack.
Congratulations, you didn't fucking die. Here's 400 XP.
Yeah. You get 50 XP. Congrats. Welcome to Dark Heresy.
I'm voting for, well, not voting, but Castillo was ordered to follow Samuel Spade. Samuel Spade's orders are law.
Feel free to keep discussing in character if you want.
I'll be
Not Sam here.
Everybody
I'll be
gets
honest
400.
with.
I think probably Sam, being the smart person, he probably would say, "This has been enough. We need to leave."
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but you know, no, it's not pretty bad. It's worse than bad.
Yeah. Oh man.
We have.
Sam
Well, I think
can't
wasn't
roll
our
good.
original objective just to save the what is it?
Yeah.
The Inquisition agent. That was our
Yeah, she's
technical
fucking
mission.
dead now, so we failed that objective.
Mission has failed.
Yeah, I was in an
I
unfortunate
just-
position for that.
Necron just charge him. Charge.
I thought she was pretty far back in the room, but apparently that was the closest charge. So.
I mean, technically, I was, I think, the closest.
No.
I just.
I do wonder. I'm quite interested. Why did not Necron? We had the opportunity to target me, but went for Castillo.
He was the. I explained it during the thing. He was the
Yeah.
closest-
He was the closest.
He was the closest to the chair, and he looked the most like Caius. And these Necron had been experimented on by Caius. That's who he talked to through the window.
Wait. He looked like Caius?
That was so Caius had been talking to the Necron experiment on them, and that was the recording that you saw with the reflection
Right,
of Caius in the window. So when they woke up, they were like, last memory they had was his face fucking with them.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Have a nice time.
I got completely and utterly fucked.
Yes, you did. I think you might
got-
you might need a melee weapon just so you could parry.
I am incredibly lucky you rolled shit on those rolls.
Yo, you'd be dead. You'd be fucking dead.
I would.
You'd be
I
2
don't
feet
know
in
if
the
I would be
fucking
dead,
ground.
but holy fuck.
I do gotta ask, is there a possible way to get a shotgun with like a chain axe on the other end of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That allows you to make it a melee weapon.
Yeah. There's
Also thematically add into the fact that my melee weapon's gonna be slightly shit.
I need to
mean,
get me one of those fucking shields. That was bullshit.
We used to have a house rule where we did permadeath to the body or head. But I'm not sure. I think we agreed that it was not really that fun.
Yeah. There's a head tends to have the least armor anyway.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm getting with my requisition points. We'd get a fucking shield.
You just use them all on the attempt to get that shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a fucking.
Even though it's probably
force
like
field.
a one. It's probably like a nat one situation.
Equipment in this game is broken. That's why influence is kind of important. It's not a dumb
Yeah.
stat.
I do want to ask.
It's why I like Maledictive. It's a bit more balanced.
Yeah.
My 10 impact damage just did not meet the threshold to do damage at all.
Yeah. It probably has more armor than it has probably
Yeah,
like
they're
11 armor.
Necrons. They're
I mean,
Necrons,
theoretically,
yeah.
they're just armor.
Wait, I think isn't power armor like 10? So yeah, it makes it probably a Necron.
Yeah.
Yeah, power armor is. I think it's 9. I'm not 100% sure.
I think Space
I
Marine
think, like-
power armor is 10.
Yeah, Space Marine power armor is 9. I have light power armor and it's 9.
If I
so.
remember it correctly,
Yeah.
it was 8 in the book.
Right, gentlemen?
That's for
we
humans.
can walk.
See ya.
Kisses.
Yeah.
Goodbye, man. Goodbye. Yeah. Fucking hell.
What am
man.
I gonna?
I
what am
mean-
I gonna spend?
I
this
mean,
XP?
you look at power field, personal power field, near unique. There's a inquisitorial personal power field has a 20% failure chance. That means you dodge all of 80% of attacks.
Oh, and it's the fucking heavy one too, like, it has a ton of killer chance.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can also get emplacement displacer fields that covers an area for range combat.
So, just out of curiosity, who's voting to leave?
Well, no.
I'm not voting to leave. I'm suggesting we leave.
Yeah, Nova is suggesting we fucking leave. It's like it's.
The mere suggestion that Aug's gonna mutiny is baffling to him. He's suggesting we leave, but I'm following everybody here to the bitter end.
Like if Sa decides we go on, we go on.
We keep going if Sa decides to go on. I'm just saying this is a bad idea.
I got bad feeling in my bones.
If Og has any fucking weight, it's because I killed 2 fucking Necrons, but pretty much by myself.
You
I
did.
vote we fucking leave.
I'm surprised anyone else than you killed the Necrons. And they did.
I think it just kept getting shit rolls, and all the shield just kept.
I
saying
rolled
no.
really poorly until I rolled shields for that guy. And
Yeah,
then I
it was just
rolled
like
extremely well.
the guy's dice
just-
giveth and the dice taketh.
Yes.
Sam is we're gonna come back next session, and it's all gonna be like, Sam, you motherfucker, keep activating defenses. We'll keep going, but you're losing the loyalty of your crew, motherfucker.
He needs to do loyalty missions.
Yeah, don't activate the metalmen, sir. Activates the metalmen. I'm not happy, but I'll keep going.
We severely needs a tech priest. We need someone who's actually good at tech with this group. I mean, I think I am the only one who is actually trained in it, and I'm not that good.
It is a bit shocking that you don't have a tech priest. Not a
Well,
single one.
Zeta Beta was our tech guy, but he's currently MIA.
Ah,
at least you guys can buy it. For me, it's class restricted.
It's not class restricted. No, oh wait, is it? No, it's not. No, nothing is class restricted.
For me, it is.
How is it? Oh,
I just submit enthusiastic things, but they don't help for fun. I can make one weapon of the group of magic fiery, and that's it. For exchange of not being able to use statues.
We get to use requisitions when we're no longer in a mission, and we're away on like the ship or something, or away in a safe house. So we can't
Yeah,
use it until we get the fuck out of here.
yeah. If we go back to the Vigilante fortress, we'd probably be able to expend it there.
I definitely need some eye implants and a leg.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we have 2 people who can't do anything. I'm all for keep going. I'm just saying we have 2 players that when combat starts, they get hit once, they're out for the entirety of the combat. I am below half HP right now.
My head off. So see you guys next week.
Yeah.
That's it.
We are not in a good position, and we don't. As you say, we don't have like a
Castillo.
dedicated.
Yeah, but Castillo healed 15. Ulrich healed 9, and all
yeah,
healed
so-
17.
Oh, so
Yep.
awesome!
I'm
Oh
at
wait, I
18.
didn't see that.
I'm at 18 wounds.
Do you not look at the chat?
No, I didn't see the.
I know. I
Medicaid.
looked. I saw it.
Yeah, but he has a high health pool, man. 17 don't do a lot for an order.
I mean, that's what I entered the fight with, pretty much. So I had 19 when I entered the fight. I got to 1. Barely alive.
I say you just lost 1 HP if you think about it.
You got some nice scars
Sure.
though.
I got beautiful scars.
You
Oh
have
yeah,
some
the
very
chest
nice
wound's
scars.
gonna scar. The chest wound's gonna scar.
All the Ogren ladies
But-
are gonna love you.
Of course. Make a bunch of little ogrins.
Either way, we agree that the situation in the Basilica is so fucked that there's no reason to continue as, as members of the Vigil and actually reveal ourselves as the Inquisition.
I think at this point, as soon as we get to the surface, we should call in the Inquisition to raid the fucking Basilica.
Yeah, like, straight up, guys, when we know that the Cardinal is a heretic, he's worshipping Necron technology, interpreting it as his saint, which is wrong, so he's a heretic. Even
Yes.
if he's sorry about it, he's still a fucking heretic and he's guilty of heresy.
He is guilty of heresy, which is death.
Even if we don't kill him, he's not going to be the Cardinal anymore. So thinking through that logically, again, this is sort of out of character, just explaining the situation. Zog doesn't know fucking any of this.
Yeah,
Baseline. But we have that information that we need to report in. We know that this is here, and we need to investigate this with people who know tech. No shit on Sam. Sam's been rolling shit on tech. He keeps activating defenses. We need someone who's an expert at it.
Yeah, I am plus 10 trained in tech use. With my intelligence, that makes it a 47% chance. So if there's any negatives, any major negatives, I'm not going to be able to do it.
I think with equipment, Ripsaw has like 120 or something.
Yeah, Og is too stupid to make this point, but us blundering around in a Necron fucking vault with Necron technology in it can be worse than if we retreat and report what we know. Us fucking around and fucking up more, we could get killed for that, right? Like,
accidentally wake the Tomb World. All Necrons activate and begin to slaughter everyone on the surface.
Like, I can't say that as Og, because Og's fucking dumb as hell. But literally, out of character, I want to make that point. Our continue fucking with shit when we're not good enough to get it means we could fuck up greatly, which just happened where we almost lost 3 people. We've lost 1 fully because it was an NPC. Castillo could have died, Auric could have died, I could have died, and
Sure,
if I
Auric's
fucking died, you guys were all gonna be dead too.
I'm pretty sure Auric already spent a fate point to not die in the previous fight with the.
Auric has fully burned like 2 fate points already.
Yes, so he's
2 or
either at
3,
one
I have
fate
no
point.
idea.
He's either at 1 fate point, 1 or 2 fate points on the moment. Maybe
Yeah,
none
so-
if he had a particularly bad roll. If he had some, I think you can start with 2.
And Aaron, I know you're making the point. You probably agree with us about how we should probably leave, but in character, no, you're 100% right. That's not a choice. It's non-democracy. But logic and reason should still win out against further fucking with Necron technology.
We are out of our depth.
That's a
That
fair
sounds
point.
like quitter. That sounds like quitter talk.
You keep saying that, but if I wasn't alive, you guys would be fucking dead. If I wasn't here, you would be dead. I hate to say that, but I took care of 2 fucking Necrons.
What I'm gonna say is
the witch is getting uppity. I think we need to put her in her place.
You're still alive? What are you bitching about?
I didn't take any
I'm
damage
just
in that
saying.
fight, luckily. Because no
I'm
one
just
they all
saying.
decided to be like, oh, this beautiful woman is not a threat.
Listen, all of you make valid points. Counterpoint from the literally first words of any Warhammer name. Abandon logic or reason, know only war.
Alright, that's fine.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah,
on that point, yeah, we should get the fuck out of
But
here.
we're at the Inquisition. We
Sorry,
think
sorry,
first, then fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say before? What do you call it? Nicholas spoke. Nova. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said.
Before I spoke.
I was saying, it seems the witch is getting awful uppity. We might have to put her back in her place.
All right, okay.
Because you remember, she is a witch. You are literally the bottom rung of it. Like, you're worse than an abhuman.
I can't allow you to do that, sadly, but bad situation.
And yet, the witch seems to be the only one that wants to stay on mission.
I'm just wondering.
She wants to pay for her penance of being a witch.
This is one of the worst situations I've been in a long time.
Jesus Christ, that's a big ass spider.
Do you have a
Just
spider?
saying.
I'm gonna be gone in a second. I need to get rid of a spider in my room.
You have a spider in your room?
Yes, I just looked at. I leaned back on my chair and there's one.
I hate that shit. How big is it? It's like
you're
scary
about-
big.
It's not scary big, but it's fairly large. It's,
Oh
probably,
my God.
it's probably about like 3 centimeters.
Oh my
Damn.
Yeah, the spider's
I don't
the
know,
only
that's
thing I hate.
About an inch. That's legs
I hate
included.
those fucking...
That's kill size if I see
I
that.
don't kill them. They're useful. They get rid of bugs.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
no, fuck,
actually
not
great.
that size, not at that size, fuck that.
I mean, I have got a bunch of daddy long legs in my room that kill bugs for me, but if it
What?
if
You
they just
keep them
stay in
your
the base,
room?
yeah, they stay
They
in the
crawl
corners.
on your
they
face
keep-
at night, bro.
Nah, bro, they don't. Daddy long legs are chill, man. They don't. If they get anywhere near where I sleep or my table where I have my computer, they get killed. They understand that. They stay in the corners and fly.
Understand that? We have an understanding.
Sorry.
I love
Sorry,
it.
let me just get this right. You are all saying, "Oh my God, spiders!" I'm sorry. Do you want me to go and get your husbands to deal with it?
Yes,
I
yes.
just-
I will
I just-
literally scream in front of my wife and children, and I have no hesitation about it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll marry
scream.
someone to kill spiders for me. Sure.
I'm the one who deals with spiders.
My wife,
I don't-
my wife deals with every spider in my house because I'm such a coward. I'm fucking terrified of them.
I
See,
complete.
spiders. Oh, sorry.
I'm 6'5" and I'm terrified of spiders.
This is gonna be maybe probably.
you
worse.
live in
I'm
the-
not scared of spiders. I'm actually scared of ants.
You live in that fucking. You live in Northern Europe. There's no reason to be afraid of fucking spiders. There's not, like-
basement spiders. Have you seen these things? I'm gonna post.
I don't care. They're not. If they're not venomous, they're not dangerous.
No, but it's like a bee bite. You know, they bite you like a bee, and it turns into a little ball.
That's
It's
why you do
disgusting.
something
Yeah,
called
no,
glass
more than-
and paper.
Nah, fuck you, man. More
Dude,
than
I'm gonna
this
post a picture,
island.
and you will take back every word you just said.
Go ahead,
that,
post a picture.
That bitch got a fear rating of 4, man. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
It really does.
Then what you need to do is you need to respect their space. They're essentially your roommate.
Yeah.
I think this was a recent improvement. So
I
now.
fucking hate these things. Just posting
Here,
a picture
I'll
of it
post
makes
a picture of a daddy long leg.
me. Just posting a
Yeah.
picture
I
of
know
it
what
makes
daddy
me.
loves like. We have those in the UK, at least what we call them.
Oh, you
Just-
do?
Well, they're just like the kind of like spiders out there, just with a tiny body and very long fucking legs.
One of the most poisonous spiders in the world.
I don't know if the ones in the UK are poisonous. Oh no, I think
It's just they have tiny mouths. So
Oh
they
my
can't
god,
bite
no, I'm
humans.
looking at
they can't pierce our skin or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, they can't. Yeah.
Oh,
cellar spiders, daddy long legs.
no. I would like to bring up. Can I get the player role?
Yeah.
The player role.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, because I only have observer. I don't have.
Oh, I can add you. Why can I add you a fucking roll?
This spider is in Norway. Don't talk to
Okay.
me about spiders.
Okay, that's kind.
That's not that. That's a
I
what?
mean,
A
that-
tarantula?
It kind of looks like a tarantula.
No, that's a Norwegian basement spider, dude. They're big.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's related to the.
Oh, no, I feel something on my body.
That's not. I mean,
God, is that
I like it. Honestly, I prefer when spiders are big. 'Cause then you just
No,
get like
no.
Oh, what was
a.
that?
No, what do you mean?
Cap.
The little ones are worse.
Cap, it's shit. Nah, fuck that. Nah.
Dude,
You guys
I
are
once had
cowards.
one of those spiders fall down on my bed as I was waking up.
Okay, that would be a little freaky.
It was
I'm
in the
not gonna lie,
ceiling,
that
and I
would
just
freak
heard
me
this
out.
thud on my blanket, and I just like I didn't even.
I-
It would
I-
probably
I-
look
I-
like an
that would-
explosion.
That would freak me out. I have
I
had like, a
kicked
relatively
everything
big spider.
off, and I just rolled on the floor, and I just like panicked and spazzed out on the floor.
Yeah, that would freak me out. But
I have had that happen whilst I was on my bed while I was on my phone. I saw something just in the background. I come down, I look, it's a fuck spider. Because I wasn't. If I could see them, yeah, it's fine. If someone catches by my surprise, yeah, I'll be like, oh fuck, whoa, where the fuck is that batch?
Listen, if I see that shit anywhere near my house, I'm forming up or killed him out of my mom, dad, girlfriend, friends. I don't care. I'm sending a fucking kill team to kill that
get the
spider.
aerosol with a fucking flamethrower.
I do not care how
lighter on
the
top.
fuck they. I don't care how the fuck they kill it. I want its corpse, and I'm not getting near it.
So,
Hillbilly flamethrower.
Yep.
Wow.
Orton is
Yeah.
valid. You guys just have that fucking what's it called? Iron faith. I don't got that shit. I'm rolling on 30 willpower, and that motherfucker got a fear rating of 4. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
yeah.
Wow.
Terrifying. I gotta delete that picture. That actually terrifies me.
Valid.
You've got to delete that picture because that's embarrassing.
Yes. Yes, it is. And I embrace it.
I will fully say if that guy's just chilling out in the open and I see him, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just throw him outside. If that falls on me when I'm laying in my bed, I think that is scary.
Yeah, that's a different.
That's a different question. It's definitely situational, but yeah.
I had one crawling on my face when I was a kid in my cabin. I woke up and it was like over my eye. Over my
Just
eye.
chilling.
That's some childhood trauma right there.
Yeah,
He's just saying hello.
That's when it began.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I think that might be the origin of your phobia.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, that might be the origin of phobia.
Probably.
I'm scared of ants because I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones, when I was too young, and that scene where that guy got eaten by the ants freaked me out so much. I'm still afraid of ants to this day.
What? I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're afraid of ants because of a bad film. Morton's afraid of spiders because a spider decided to drop down and say, "Hi, y'all." So it is.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh well, afraid is a strong word. Creeped
more
out
like
is more apt.
fucking terrified is a more great depiction.
I would say I'm scared of wasps because yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's exactly it.
Damn. I
Yeah,
never saw
that
this
fucked
movie.
me up. That fucked me up as a child, and I could not handle. Even today, I still get the oh god when I see a bunch of ants crawling out of something.
Right, lads. I'm gonna go to sleep. Kisses, and thank you for the sessions.
Awesome.
Kisses,
That was fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good night.
Cheers, come and did.
So yeah, that was
I don't
traumatizing fight. I want to
Yeah,
go back fighting heretics.
I want to go back to fighting those Ardenti that can't fucking damage me. That's what I want.
I want to know if we picked up any cool Necron shit.
Yeah, we better get fucking Necron weapons that I get to keep. That's
Get a
better.
phase blade from the.
yeah. Give me a fucking phase blade that I couldn't parry that motherfucker with an 8 success.
Unfortunately, all the Necron weapons are implemented in their bodies.
So you're saying I could rip off the arm then?
Yeah, you can do that. Rip off the
I
arm.
think isn't Satan phase blade is the
Rip off
the
the
blade
arm.
is the blade the what is it assassins use? I can't remember called.
Re-engineer it, attach it to a vehicle, or maybe a knight. Like
Why
a
would I
small
attach it
walker.
to a knight when I can use it
The
myself?
Callous assassins use phase blades, and sometimes the Death Watcher don't use phase blades.
But you need to be a space marine or something.
Oh. I can't
Like I
implement
said,
it
they
into my
click.
power armor arm? light power armor? I know this all subjective because Og has no fucking clue how to do that, but I'm just asking as a player if I could figure out if someone else could figure out that for me.
If it becomes your life mission, maybe.
I don't really care that much. I'm just gonna I have to wait until I get to 30 plus intelligence so I can get a bonehead implant and then use a force hammer instead of just the normal hammer. That's when I become crazy good.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I forgot about that, by the way. When you're parrying them, they have force weapons, so it would have gone straight through your thing.
Would it gone? Does that what force weapons do? They just ignore parries?
Yeah, no, they don't ignore.
I thought force weapons have a chance to destroy the equipment.
They destroy the equipment that you're pairing with.
Right. Okay. Good to know for next time. Do you want to take away the shield then?
Nah. We don't do retroactive stuff in this campaign.
Okay. That's good to know because you're saying that there's directional shield for ranged attacks, right?
Yeah. You can.
So could I have that put in again fully? This Og doesn't know any of this, but could I technically put that on the shield so I could use the shield to block?
Oh no, it's a thing you put on the ground.
You have to deploy it? Okay.
You have to deploy it, yeah. It's called a field wall generator, and it's very rare.
Could I get a master crafted? Could you put a force?
Yeah,
not a force field. A power field on a shield?
A refractor field.
You can get power shields.
Or a power, because there's force sword. Could I have a force shield?
A
power shield?
There is something like that, I think. You can look at it.
There is something like that.
I will look for it.
You can get a power shield. Which adds 4 AP to the body arm using it. Stacks up existing armor as it comes with defensive and power field.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good
If you want to up that, you can get the silver shield, which is it is extremely rare, but provides 4 AP to the body and to the arm. So the wielding it, and this doubles it. It's doubled 8 AP against AG weapons. Stacks of existing armor. So basically, it's better power shields, but it has doubles its AP against
there are
AG
some
weapons.
interesting shields that we don't use, which is like flare shield, which doubles your protection rating against blast or spray qualities.
Well, I don't actually have to worry about that sort of stuff because I have the light power armor. So just upping my soak and armor for my body and the arm the shield's on is just better for me.
So hold on, is Tavi still there? No, fuck. When someone blocked his attack, he got like a blinding effect. That only happens with a conversion field, not with a refractor field. I think he has a conversion field, a refractor field.
Oh, that's what actually. Now we're actually out of combat. Would Morrigan be able to tinker with her shield to see if she could get it to work again?
Yeah, you can repair her shields once they're broken.
What would she need to roll?
Yeah, we should get that.
So we can do downtime. Do we have time to do that here?
No, I don't think
no, God, no. We're not gonna have time to do that here. I don't think so.
You can.
I have a question though. So psychic effects being put on to me. If I were to wear the null crown, would I be able to ignore those?
If you were to find a functional null crown, yes.
I have one.
Nice.
You put it on the Psyker lady, and I picked that up.
Yeah, that's not working.
That's not gonna work? Okay. Theoretically, though, I could use that to basically turn on a field where I don't get affected by warp bullshit, or at least I have resistance to it. Because I'm very afraid that I'm going to be taken over by those psychers in that hallway a few sessions ago, and I was going to kill someone.
You said that, but actually, that nearly did happen. I think you did that happen, but I fucking hit them with an attack, and they had to make a roll.
No, that was Sam. Sam failed that, and he was.
Oh no, it was
Sam.
Sam. No, that was Sam. Yeah, he was going to attack. I think Castillo.
I think I was too far away for them to attempt
You have
that
to
on
do.
me.
You have to do a -20 willpower test to surpass the null crown, basically.
Or it turns off your brain.
Or it turns off your brain. Yes.
Right.
Your
Okay.
brain
So I'm not
dies.
going to be able to do that. All right. I'm just trying to see where I can go, what I can do to
No, I mean,
hobble
if you
my
have a null
horrible
crown,
disadvantages.
if you have a null crown, a psyker would have a -20 penalty to hit you with psychic effects.
Oh, okay.
And any psyker within 5 meters has a -30 penalty to all psychic powers.
But the one that I took off the lady's broken right now, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. But it can be fixed. Theoretically.
I don't quite like where this is going.
Listen, I don't want Og to be turned off for multiple rounds of combat by warp images because of skulls again, okay? This is entirely because I need to be able to do things during combat if someone fucks up on their psychic roll. And seeing as I'm a melee guy, if I can just rush in, get next to the psyker, that's a -30 for any side casts they do. That's just blatantly good. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Right now, I'm just gonna save up requisitions and get a bunch of experience to get 30 intelligence.
You can
That's
get
what I'm doing.
The null crown is a unique item that was used there because they have access to a lot of unique stuff in the basilica.
Yeah.
But you can get a null rod that's available to you.
It dampens the powers of psychers within 2d10 meters.
Okay.
It is a,
Causes them all to take tests using their psychic powers with -30.
yeah, it's a near unique item.
Now, and I can't, because that'll affect all psychers, right? So that would fuck up with the war game.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
psychics within 2d10 meters. Also offers protections from psychic attacks by a +30 bonus to resist any psychic power that directly affects them.
Yeah, it's very
I was also going to say, bearing in mind you have 2 psychers in the party, and it's basically like essentially drowning them.
Yeah, I'm just asking questions. I'm not going to do that because that would fully fuck you up, and I don't want to do that. But I just want to know where my options are because I'm incredibly vulnerable to psychic bullshit.
No, I'm just actually saying you might find what do you call both the psychers turning to kill you.
That's true. I mean, I almost killed Ulrich because he made me see a bunch of demons. But I was like, nah, that's a dick move. I'm not going to do that. Og's too stupid. He's not going to realize what happened. No one pointed it out to him either, so it's like, whatever. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, you can get a null rod, you can get a hexagrammatic ward, you can get resistance to psychic powers. You already have that, I think.
So there might be talents you might want to take to help.
Hexagrammatic ward is an add-on to your armor, which you can get.
Okay, that's probably what I would probably want to get. I would imagine, like, again, I don't know the system, and I didn't see anything in, like, the base rules about stuff, but I guess maybe I could get, like, I don't know, this is sort of kind of trying to game. Could I get a bunch of null rods implanted in, like, around my brain, basically, so that they can't, no psyker can get in, basically?
It looks like Lucia.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that. If you get 3 null rods, absolutely, you will be OP. But I'm surprised no one has done hexagrammatic wards because they give you a +20 to all psychic attacks, and your armor points are doubled against damage from psychic attacks,
Mhm.
which makes you basically
I'm getting that. Wait,
It's an
what do I need to do
invulnerable.
to get that?
It's an
Makes you
extremely rare
invulnerable
item.
makes you invulnerable to
extremely rare?
psychic attacks, more or less.
Used with carapace and power armor, so yes, you can get your hexagraphic wards on your armor.
Yeah, attach it to
That
your,
would be
to your power
insane.
armor.
It gains a plus
Doubles.
20. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Fuck.
So you get plus 20 to test made to resist any psychic attack or manipulation directed at you. Upgrades the armor points are doubled against hits inflicted by psychic attacks, and warp weapons quality does not ignore AP of this armor. Basically, yeah, you just become very resistant to all warp-based attacks.
Hell yeah. I think I'd have to. I got a lot of shit that I need to get to make myself basically as good as I want to be when fighting bullshit psychers and power weapons and shit like that. Because I'm already really effective when the enemy is just sort of middling. I already know that I can handle that. I have to improve. I'm surprised I survived that combat. I thought I was gonna die. When I got hit for basically the remainder of my HP down to 2, I was like, alright, well, next hit I'm dead because I can't fucking parry these
That was
guys.
pretty shocking. I didn't think you were anywhere close to 0. I thought you had a
I
lot more.
was lucky that you targeted the arm with the shield and then the body twice.
Nice.
That's
But
the
I
only
didn't
reason
target
why I
it,
survived.
It was random.
Yeah, it's just the roll, baby.
And the last
Chub.
round of attacks were so bad. He rolled like minimum damage several times.
Oh,
I'm just confused as to why you don't want to have a bit of downtime. Surely
right now?
Yeah,
I mean,
wouldn't
sure,
say-
we can have a downtime, but I don't.
I think
I
that
don't see
downtime
how.
might be interrupted.
Yeah. I'm more than happy for a break. Listen, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying this is not the best place to do it because we're inside the vault.
I think the full might of
just
the
popped up.
I think the full might of the Inquisition needs to come down on this temple instead of a skeleton.
It's fine. See, this is the problem. This is the simple problem. I'm just not smart enough to make good arguments. Eventually, I'll have a bonehead chip, and then I'm gonna give myself a little leeway in making good arguments.
So you didn't think your arguments over Sam keeps
I mean,
activating?
you're still an ogre. You're a bonehead. Instead of being active, you still have the intelligence of a 3-year-old. You have the intelligence of a 5-year-old.
Yeah. True. 100%. You're right.
That's not right yet. I just realized it's just the start, David.
I mean, I guess my argument of Sam keeps activating all the fucking defenses is a good argument, but I don't know.
We need a tech expert.
It conveys your feelings on the matter.
And it keeps hurting me.
Sir, I'm very hurt.